Okay. Hey, everyone. Is everyone able to hear me and see? No, you wouldn't be able to see me right now, but can you hear me loud and clear? Some of you simply say yes in the chat window now. Shio Mohan, can you hear me? Just give me a thumbs up. I can see you on video. Okay, perfect. Perfect, Naveen. Thank you very much. Awesome. So starting the recording now. All right, welcome everyone to my Platinum Introduction webinar, where we are going to learn about how do we really achieve 10 years of success in 1 year only. How many people here are super excited to learn how do you really achieve 10 years of success in 1 year? Type an I in the chat window now. If you are super excited to learn how do you achieve 10 years of success in 1 year, type an I in the chat window right now, everyone. Now, as you are typing an I in the chat window, in the meantime, I'm going to play a small video for those people who are meeting me for the very first time, especially probably on, because we are streaming this live on YouTube, Twitter, multiple channels right now. So if any channel you're watching me for the first time, you're meeting me for the first time, or maybe on Zoom right now, some people are meeting me for the first time. I'm going to play a small introduction video which tells you everything about me, my wife Indu, the kind of books we've written, how many people we've trained. Immediately after that, we will learn about how do we really achieve 10 years of success in 1 year. Here we go.
Ready? Let's go. Step into the magical world of Law of Attraction with Indu and Mitesh Khatri. They are masters with over 18 years of experience, authors of 2 best-selling books, Law of Attraction and Awaken the Leader in You, trained over 300 organizations worldwide, and have a lasting impact on over 1 million people across the globe.
It's life-changing, amazing, awesome.
I've become more positive.
I've never been happier in life.
Stress, tension, they are scared to come to me.
Paisa vasool.
Paisa vasool, I like that.
Full on masti.
Indu and Mitesh are here to make a remarkable change in your health, relationships, career, money and spiritual lives.
The growth has been phenomenal, I would say. Knowing from where I was and what has happened in the last 1 year, I would say it's phenomenal.
Today the dam is open and the miracles are happening every moment.
My entire outlook has changed. I was never so elated. I was never so happy.
I've been able to be a go-getter and really create results. So certain objectives that we had at the beginning of the year, which many people thought would be a challenge, I was able to accomplish them in 6 months.
So what are you waiting for? Join the magical world of Law of Attraction today and transform your lives now like you never thought possible. Give it up for Indu and Mitesh Khatri.
Okay, hey everyone, very good evening. This is Mitesh Khatri here again, your Law of Attraction coach. How many people can hear me and loud, and you can even see me this time loud and clear? Just give me a thumbs up, everyone, quickly. Perfect. Great. Thank you very much. Now, those of you who really want to get maximum value from today's program, there are 2 rules that you must follow when you're attending today's program. Rule number 1, keep your video on, which means keep your webcam on. The reason is all my interaction will happen with those people whom I can see on camera. The reason is I'm going to switch off my chat window right now. And as you see, I'm switching off my chat window now. Perfect. So the chat window is off. The only communication that we will have, the only interaction, question answer that we will have is with people who are on video. The reason is because this is an extremely highly valuable program called Platinum Membership. And that is why the discussions need to be extremely focused. So chat window discussions will not happen. It'll be mostly only on video. So rule number 1, keep your webcam on. Rule number 2, keep a notepad and a pen ready with you, because you're going to make some very powerful notes about how do we really achieve 10 years of success in 1 year. Now, is that even possible? Is it possible to achieve 10 years of success in 1 year? Let's start learning. Look, there are 2 kinds of people in the world, and everybody understands what these 2 people are, right? One is what we call as ordinary people. Come on, everyone take your hands with me, participate with me. Say, one is what? Ordinary people. And the second is what? Extraordinary people, correct? Now, let's understand what really is the difference between ordinary and extraordinary people. What is the definition? And instead of me telling you, how about doing some interaction? Everybody good to have some kind of interaction between you and me right now? Raise your hands. Okay, great. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to give permission to all of you to unmute yourself right now. After you unmute yourself, tell me, as per you, what is the difference between ordinary people and extraordinary people? What is the difference as per you? What's your opinion? Of course, those people who are attending this webinar for the second or third time cannot answer because you already know the answer. People who are attending for the first time, let's unmute now. I'm coming to the gallery view. You can also come to the gallery view if you want to, so you can see everybody, not me alone. And let's go. I have given you permission to unmute now. Yes, Prakriti, what's your answer?
I believe ordinary people don't have a hold on their emotions, their fears. They cannot accept failures, but extraordinary people can actually do those things.
That's amazing. So extraordinary people are able to control their emotions. That's a good answer. Anybody else? What is the difference between ordinary people and extraordinary people? Anybody else would like to give it a shot in terms of your understanding? Yes, Mohan.
Yeah, hi Mitesh. I think extraordinary people, they tend to do things differently, and they don't follow the routine.
Okay, so the Shiv Khera famous line, they do things differently.
I come from a corporate background, so that
makes sense. Makes sense. Okay, so here's an answer that I got from my mentor, which I think is, so there are two kinds of answers in life. One is what we call opinion answer or a philosophical answer. Now, can my philosophy be different from your philosophy, and yet both of us can be right? Yes or no? We can, right? It's possible. That's what a philosophy is. In a philosophy, it's an opinion. My opinion, I can also be right. Your opinion, you can also be right. But then there is a second kind of an answer, which I call a scientific answer. Now, scientific answers cannot be different for you or me. It's globally correct for everyone. How many of you agree with that? So I want to share with you a scientific answer about what is the difference between ordinary and extraordinary people, which I learned from my mentor. How many of you are okay if I share my mentor's scientific answer with all of you? Raise your hands. Okay, perfect. So here is the answer, but you need to participate with your body language with me for that. So here we go. Take your hands like this, everyone. Come on, quickly. And say, ordinary people achieve less things in more time. Think about it. Ordinary people are not bad people. They're not even people sometimes who are losing control over themselves. They're not lazy people. They're not people who don't have a vision or anything like that. In fact, sometimes you'll find ordinary people are the most hardworking people in the world. Yes or no? So then what's really missing there? The definition is those people are defined as ordinary. Those people are called as ordinary who achieve. Once again, take your hands like this, everyone. Say that, who achieve less things in more time. Now, what is the opposite of that? Who are extraordinary people? Show me with your hands. Extraordinary people achieve what? More things in less time. Simple. Let's take a very good example to prove this. Let's say, take the example of cricket. How many of you have seen cricket? Even if you don't like cricket, you've seen cricket. Now, let's say a player in cricket plays 100 runs in 100 balls for the first time. So we call this player as extraordinary. If the second player plays 100 runs in only 50 balls, now who is extraordinary? The first player or the second player? Yeah, the second player. Why? Because the second player got the same 100 runs in what? Less number of balls. Correct? If there is a third player who now achieves 100 runs in only 30 balls, what happens? Who is extraordinary now? Player number 1, 2, or 3? See, the definition is going as per law, which is anybody who achieves more in less time. Take any industry in the world, whether it's Bollywood industry, movie industry, whether it's sports industry, whether it's business industry. We always define extraordinary scientifically as anybody who has achieved more in less time. Is that logically making sense to all of you? Yes or no? Right? Like, think about people like Narayan Murthy, people like Azim Premji, people like Ratan Tata. These people, they've achieved so much success in 50 years that it is difficult to compete with them even for the next 100 years. How many of you agree with that? Right? It's called generational wealth. It's not like 10 years of wealth. It is generational wealth, which means, एक हिंदी में कहावत है ना, इनकी 7 पुश्ते बैठ के खा सकती है इतना पैसा इनके पास. How many of you have heard of that? Like 7 generations can sit and enjoy their money, but that's the kind of wealth they've generated in 50 years only. That's what we call extraordinary, achieving a lot in less time. That's what Platinum membership is about. It's about learning how do you become extraordinary, which is achieving more in less time, achieving 10 years in 1 year. Let's take an example, okay? This example is of a real person who is one of my students, met me in Pune, in my house. I live in Pune. So in this very room, he had come to meet me. And I'll tell you a little bit about this person. I can't tell you his name because he's a very famous industrialist in Pune, very, very rich person, almost a mini celebrity kind of a person. This man, when he came to meet me for the first time, he was 45 years old. And he told me that in his entire family, nobody has ever done a business. Everybody in his family has always done only a job, in fact, government job. Hey, do you know people who've kind of always come from a job background? Have you had some friends, probably who've heard some people like that? So he's that kind of person. Like everybody in his family has always done a job. He was the first person in his family to start a business. And that too at the age of 20. How many of you agree that could have been very difficult for him? He must have faced a lot of resistance from his family. Yes or no? Nobody agreed with him. But he told me at the age of 20, he started his business. Now he's 45 when he met me. So how many years? Everyone show me with your hands. Between 20 and 45, 25 years. Am I right? He told me how much money he's made in the last 25 years as the first businessman of his family. Please take your hands like this, everyone. Come on. And repeat exactly what I'm saying. Say 500 crores. True story. This man achieved 500 crores in only 25 years of his life. Now, how many of you agree that is extraordinary success? Yes or no? So I have a quick question for all of you. I'm going to open up my chat window for now. And 90% I want the answers directly on mic. So I'm giving you permission to unmute yourself again. And I want a quick answer. How many people here would like his success in your life? Everyone quickly unmute and say yes or no. How many of you want his life as your life? How many of you want his good luck as your good luck? His success.
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Anybody here who has not been on video or audio right now can type in yes in the chat window if you would like to. Okay, so switching off my chat window now, and let's look at what was the answer here. Everybody said yes. Well, that was actually a trick question. I'll tell you why. Now I'll tell you more details about this person. This man, when he came to me for coaching, he told me that in his health, I asked him what his health problems are. And he said in his health area, he's beyond 100 kgs in body weight. He was so fat when he met me that I had to change the chair in my office room because I have a small chair. I had to change the chair because he didn't fit into my chair. First, he had beyond 100 kgs body weight. Second, he had blood pressure, diabetes. He was taking antidepressant tablets. So emotionally, he was depressed. Physically, he was sick. He could not sleep without taking sleeping tablets every night of his life. Now, if you had to really rate him on his health standards, where would you rate him, everyone? Low, medium, or high? How would you rate his health? Everyone show me your hands. Would you rate him high or would you rate him low? Yeah, pretty low, right? Okay. Then I asked him, what about his relationships? And he said, in his relationships, he was getting divorced with his wife. That time he was getting divorced. Now he is divorced. And his children hated talking to him. He has zero friends in his life. Nobody likes him, because of which he was depressed. And because of that depression, he was taking antidepressant tablets. And because of that, he couldn't sleep at night. So he was taking sleeping tablets. What do you say is his relationship rating, everyone? Low, medium, or high? Where would you rate his relationships? Yeah, pretty low, right? Okay. His career was doing pretty good. His financial life was very high because he was obviously making 500 crores. Now, here's a question once again to all of you. Please get ready to unmute. Now, how many of you want his life with all his problems? His health problems, his relationship problems. How many of you want his life? Come on, quickly say yes or no. Kuch to bolo, jaldi bolo.
No.
Arey, what happened to the 500 crores?
Not
अब नहीं
needed.
चाहिए, हाँ? अब नहीं चाहिए.
Not needed.
Not interested. I like that. So watch what's happening here. Suddenly people are not interested in his life, but earlier you were. I'll tell you why you were interested in earlier. Somehow we believe success is only money. Let's be honest. Most of us believe success is only about money. Yes or no? But that's not true success. I'll tell you what is true success. Everyone take your hands like this quickly and repeat with me. Say success is success. Come on, say it with me. Say success is success. Only when it is holistic. in all 4 areas of life: health, relationships, career, and money. How many of you agree with that, by the way? Right? Success is meaningless if you don't have holistic success in all 4 areas of life. Right? Let's take an example here. How many of you want 500 crores, by the way? Raise your hands. Yeah, look at the participation. Now, suddenly everybody wants to raise their hands, right? Okay. So let's say we give you 500 crores, but it comes with cancer. How many of you are okay with that kind of a 500 crores? Either say yes or say no. Kuch to bolo, jaldi bolo. See, now people are saying no. Why? Because when one part of life is meaningless, the other parts of life also become, take your hands like this, everyone, say it becomes meaningless. Yes or no? What is the value of that 500 crores with cancer? Meaningless. Let's take a second example. Let's say we give you money, 500 crores plus perfect health. How many of you want perfect health? Raise your hands. Okay, so let's say your perfect dream body, the perfect figure, the perfect weight, the perfect fitness, glowing hair, glowing skin. How many of you are interested in that? Raise your hands. Yeah, the moment I said glowing hair and skin, look at the smile on Lily's face. That was like glowing right now. Okay, chalo. So imagine we give you all of that. Okay, but with 500 crores and perfect health, not a single person will talk to you for the rest of your life. Until you live this world, you will live alone. You'll not have a single friend. Nobody will love you. How many of you want this perfect health and perfect money? Say yes or say no. Now nobody wants that perfect body. Nobody wants that perfect money. Why? What is the value of 500 crores and the perfect body without loved ones and friends? Show me your hands. Now what is the value? Meaningless. How many of you agree with that? So what am I saying here? I'm really saying the definition of extraordinary people is that it's about achieving success in how many areas of life? Show me your hands, everyone. Health, relationships, career, and money. Until you have success in all 4 areas of life, the other areas become what? Meaningless. The problem is most people are living incomplete success. So even if they have too much money, it's meaningless. Even if they have a great body, it's meaningless. You need success in all 4 areas of life. Is that making sense to all of you? And these extraordinary people is what my mentor calls as platinum standards people. Everyone write down platinum standards people. Now there are 2 words here, platinum and standards. So let me explain both. The word platinum, because he said, Mitesh, platinum are those people who are very rare. Like 10%, 20% people in the world are platinum. The reason he uses the word platinum is because different metals are there, right? Like there is aluminum, which is the most commonly available metal. There is stainless steel, then there is silver, then there is gold, then there is, there is diamond, then there is platinum, most rare metal. So he says 10 or 20% people in the world are platinum, and they have something called as platinum standards. And I'll tell you what is the meaning of the word standards now. Everyone write down benchmark. Benchmark. The word standards means benchmark. Example, can I request all of you to take your hands like this, please? Repeat with me. Say below this, not acceptable. Hindi mein bolo iske niche nahi chalega. This is called as standards. Example, if you go to a Shiv Sagar kind of a Udupi restaurant, by the way, amazing food in Shiv Sagar kind of Udupi restaurants. How many of you have heard about it? Like Shiv Sagar, Hare Krishna. These are like Udupi restaurants and amazing food. But do they have a benchmark? Do they have a star rating? No. So what happens because of that? I'll show you. Take your hands like this, everyone. Say one day the service is great. One day the service is bad. How many of you agree with that? Right? Someday, if the mood of the waiter is bad, the service can go bad. Yes or no? Will that happen in a 5-star hotel like Taj? No. In a 5-star hotel like Taj, because it is 5-star, it's a benchmark, it's a standard. Will there be consistent service every single day? Yes or no? Will there be consistency in quality every single day? Yes or no? Yes, because they are maintaining those standards consciously. So everyone write this down. Standards are maintained consciously. Standards are maintained consciously. You cannot maintain standards unconsciously. How many of you agree with that? Like Shiv Sagar kind of a restaurant or any Udupi restaurant or any Punjabi restaurant, if it does not have that benchmark, it cannot maintain that benchmark unconsciously. How many of you agree with that? Whereas 5-star kind of people, they have a very conscious benchmark because of which they're able to maintain that lifestyle. I'll give you a very simple example of what is a benchmark in your common life. Now, this question is for the ladies. So all the ladies, be on video for a few seconds. Get ready to unmute yourself. I'm coming on gallery view. All of you can also come on gallery view on Zoom so you can see the ladies, you can hear their answers. Here we go. So ladies, I'm giving you a very big opportunity right now. The opportunity is, depending on what answer you give me right now, just one answer, I'm going to give you 10,000 rupees in the next 2 minutes. How many of the ladies are willing to take advantage of this opportunity? Raise your hands if you're willing to participate, willing to take advantage of that opportunity. Okay, done. 2 minutes, 10,000 rupees. Here is the question for you to qualify for that 10,000 rupees. Get ready to unmute and answer. Question is, if I give you 7 days to wash your hair with Nirma washing powder, and I'll give you 10,000 rupees for that, will you do it? If you do it, I'll give you 10,000 rupees right now, but you have to promise me that you'll use Nirma washing powder on your hair for the next 7 days. All the ladies unmute, say yes or say no. Jaldi bolo.
No, 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 no.
What happened? Okay, let's do one thing. Let's make it 20,000.
No, never.
Are it 20,000?
Sir, you give 1 lakh also, then also no.
Oh my God. Even if I give 1 lakh, it's a no.
Yeah, no.
Right. So here's what's happening. This is called as what? Everyone tell me that word. What is this called? इसको क्या बोलते हैं? Standard. This is called a benchmark. How many of you agree with that? These are benchmarks, like where you say, iske niche, like below this, I will not treat my hair. Yes or no? Now, do you understand why did I not ask this question to the boys here? Yeah, because, I mean, look at us. Half the boys would have said, de do, 10,000 rupees. Right? No, I'm just joking about it. But think about it. This is called as standards, where you say anything below that is not acceptable. Unfortunately, my mentor made me realize this for the first time. He said, Mitesh, 90% people in the world, listen to this carefully, 90% people in the world do not have conscious standards for health, relationship, career, and money. How many of you agree with that? Like, ask yourself, do you have specific measurable standards for each area of your life? Have you documented that somewhere? Hello? No. Right? Health, jaisi chal rahi hai, chal rahi hai. What's going on is going on. One day the health is great, one day the health is down. How many of you agree? Relationships are going on, career is going on, money is going on, but we don't have what? Everyone show me your hands. We don't have. Show me your hands like this. If we don't have particular benchmarks. And that is why some people are ordinary in life. 90% people are ordinary because we don't have a benchmark. And he said, if you really want to be platinum in life, the first thing you should do is learn to measure your standards of life. Which areas of life? How many areas of life? First of all, everyone. 4 areas of. What are those 4 areas of life? Health, relationships, career, and money. Unfortunately, most of us don't even have a way to measure that benchmark. How many of you agree with that? Pata hi nahi hai ki measure kaise karna hai, right? But how many people here today are interested in learning how you can become platinum and how you can maintain 5-star standards in all 4 areas of life? How many of you are interested in that? Super. So let's start learning about that. First of all, is everyone clear about who are platinum standards people? Yes. Platinum standards are those people who maintain conscious benchmark, conscious standards in how many areas of life? 4 areas of life. Less time or more time? In very, very less time. Okay. Let's take examples now. All of you think about it. The name which I gave you right now, the guy, I didn't give you the name, but the example which I gave you, the person who made 500 crores, would you qualify this person as platinum? What do you say? Definitely not, because he may have money, but he doesn't have the other areas of life. Let's take one more example. Salman Khan, very successful celebrity. Do you think he qualifies to be as platinum? Very good answer. Now you're getting this point. So just because somebody is famous, just because somebody has a lot of money, does that mean they qualify to be platinum? No. It has to be holistic success in how many areas of life? All 4 areas. and that too with a particular benchmark. So now I want all of you to unmute. Give me names of people from multiple industries who you think qualifies to be as platinum. Chalo, 1, 2, and 3. Give me names.
Shah Rukh Khan.
Sachin
That
Tendulkar.
is a pretty good name, actually. HRCM, all 4 areas are pretty good.
Ratan Tata.
Oh, Ratan Tata ji is such an amazing name. How many of you agree Ratan Tata is like epic, right? Like amazing name. Even at this age, he's healthy. Such an amazing guy. Who else?
Narayan
Ambani,
Murthy.
Narayan Murthy.
Amitabh
Such an
Bachchan.
amazing. Amitabh Bachchan. Perfect name. Anybody else?
Even Sudha Murthy.
Sudha Murthy. Sachin Tendulkar is a good name. Very good name. Virat Kohli is a good name. Yes or no?
Dhoni.
Mukesh Ambani.
So all of these names that you've taken, I've put you on mute now. All of these names that you've taken, how many of you agree these are people who have definitely achieved holistic success? Right? These are guys who have success in all 4 areas of life. Yes or no? Like think about people like Virat Kohli, Sachin Tendulkar. Really healthy people. Relationships are good. Career is amazing. Money is amazing. Yes or no? And have they done it in less time or more time? They are very like record-breaking time. Yes or no? That's why we call them extraordinary. And are they maintaining a very high benchmark for all areas of life? Like if you think about Virat Kohli, does he maintain very high standards of his health? Yeah, super high standards, right? Like if you observe recently, he retired from cricket. He not cricket, but T20. Do you know about this? He retired as a captain for T20. And he said, if I cannot win matches at a particular level, I don't deserve to be a captain. And he retired. So what I'm trying to say is, these are people who maintain certain what? Everyone show me your hands. Standards. Here's a question. Do you think they're maintaining these standards by accident? गलती से हो रहा है ये इनके लाइफ में? हेलो? किस्मत है? Good luck है? These people have achieved these standards very, very consciously. Look, you can be born with talent, but you can't have all 4 areas of standards high by accident. How many of you agree with that? I mean, you can be born in a palace. You may be born as a prince, right? That can be your good luck, but you cannot maintain 4 areas of life at high standards by accident. Galti se nahi ho sakta, boss. Yes or no? So how have they achieved those platinum standards? That is the secret I'm about to reveal to all of you. How many people want to know how you can be platinum one day, where you can achieve a lot of success in less time in all 4 areas of life and maintain 5-star standards in your life? How many of you are interested in that? Perfect. So I'm telling you 2 criteria that you can achieve. If you follow these 2 criteria, any person in the world has the ability to become platinum standards person. Let's write down what these 2 criteria are. Criteria number 1. Basic education in a university. Basic education in a university. Now, I'm not saying that uneducated people don't grow. There are a lot of examples of uneducated people who have grown. But if you really want to do more things in less time, don't you think basic education will definitely speed things up for us in life? Yes or no? Yeah, right. I mean, some people say, come on, Mitesh, Mukesh Ambani, like look at Dhirubhai Ambani. Hey, Baba, Dhirubhai Ambani was living in a very different generation. In our world, education is so important. How many of you agree with that? Let's take an example. During the lockdown situation in the last 2 years, the whole world had shut down for some time. And when the world had shut down, everything became digital. How many of you agree? Right? The whole world came online, right? Now, when the world came online, Zoom started, Facebook just took off, YouTube took off, right? Online classes started happening in school. And when all of this was happening, digital payments started happening. Panwala started doing digital payment, which was not done earlier. Yes or no? And when all this was happening, people who had that basic education, who had gone through college, who had gone through a university, were they able to pick up things faster? Yes or no? Let's be honest about it. Yes or no? Much faster. But those people who are completely illiterate, like those people who have no education at all, did not go to college, did not go to university. How many of you agree these people were struggling? Like, and some of them are still struggling. Yes or no? Like they still don't know how to do online payments. They don't know how to do online banking. They don't know how to do Zoom. They don't know how to do YouTube, and they're still struggling in life. Yes or no? So if you have that basic education in life, if you have that university experience, you can definitely achieve more things in what? Less time. That's criteria number 1, by the way. Let's take simple scientific example. If you want to be a doctor, there are 2 ways of becoming a doctor. Option number 1, go through a university. How many of you agree? Right? Option number 2, do some trial and error at home. घर पे कुछ लोगों को काट पीट के ऑपरेशन करके do some trial and error and become a surgeon. Which option is better, everyone? Option number 1 or option number 2? Okay, let's take an example here. So we have Mohan here. Everyone come to the gallery view so you can see everybody for a second, okay? We have Mohan here and we have Akhilesh here. So let's say Mohan is going through a heart surgery. Cancel in advance, Mohan. I'm just taking an example. Don't feel bad. He's going through a heart surgery. He's in the operation theater. And he's lying down on that stretcher. And Akhilesh is the doctor. Okay? And Molika here, she's the anesthetist. You know who's the anesthetist? The lady who gives you that injection before you go unconscious. Do you remember that? So she's about to give him that injection. And before the injection, she's talking to the doctor. Who's the doctor? Akhilesh. Okay. So Molika is talking to the doctor and generally having a discussion. Saying, doctor, where did you do your PhD from? Where did you do your heart surgery learning from? So doctor says, what do you mean? So she says, sir, you must have gone to some medical college, right? Which medical college did you go to? He says, no, I did not go to any medical college. She says, so then, sir, how are you doing the heart surgery? He says, oh, I've done a lot of experiment on many people at home. Like 50, 60 people I have operated at home personally. And Mohan is listening to all this. Huh? Okay. Now, everyone, please tell me if you are Mohan, what are you doing right now? Everyone tell me if you are Mohan right now, what are you doing? Come on. How many of you agree you are running from that place right now? Yes or no? Like, mujhe nahi karani surgery. I don't want to do surgery yet. Will you put your life in the hands of a person who's a doctor, who's done surgery sitting at home, experimenting on his own? Hello? Nahi, right? Why? See, I'm not saying that doctor may be bad. Sometimes these doctors can be better, by the way. Possible? Possible, right? But the problem is, we don't know. And you're probably going to put your life in danger if you put your life in their hands. How many of you agree? See, we trust people who have gone through university. I'll tell you why. It's not the degree that matters. The point is, when you go through a university, medical science has recorded all the mistakes, all the learnings that have happened in the last 200 years in medical science. How many of you agree with that? That's what a university is. University is knowledge that happened in the last 200 years. And that knowledge of 200 years, do we need to take 200 years to learn that knowledge? No, no. How many years? 5 years, 7 years, 10 years. Yes or no? See, 200 years of learning in 5 or 10 years. And do doctors become good in that learning? Yes or no? Now, the same applies to any profession. MBA. 100 years of business management mistakes done. Learnings done. Learned in how many years MBA? Everyone show me your hands. 2 years. Engineering, right? Go to IIT. 100, 200, 300 years of mistakes done in engineering world. You can learn in how many years, everyone? 4 years, 5 years max. Yes? Even if you fail 5 years. Right? So bottom line is it better to go through university experience if you want things to go a little fast? Yes or no? Right? So that's the first criteria. The good news is 90% people who are sitting in this Zoom meeting today have the first criteria fulfilled. How many of you agree with that? Raise your hands. You've gone through university, you've gone through education. 90% of you. Yes or no? Perfect. Give yourself a big round of applause. You're 90% platinum. 90% platinum. Now let's learn that last criteria, the second criteria, which only 10 or 20% people in the world qualify. And I'll tell you what is that criteria. I will not ask you that criteria because most people don't know this criteria. So everyone, please write this down. Life Coaching University. Life Coaching University. Now, what is this Life Coaching University? Extraordinary people in the world. People who are platinum people. they have learned something called as, write the whole statement down, everyone. They've learned life skills from a life coaching university. Life skills from a life coaching university. Now, what do I mean by that? You know, all these names that you gave me, people like Narayan Murthy, Azim Premji, Ratan Tata ji, Virat Kohli, Sachin Tendulkar, Amitabh Bachchan, all these names that you gave me. Once again, you agree these are platinum people, right? Yes or no? Read any of their autobiographies, any. You will see that each of these great leaders have written the name of their mentors, their gurus, their coaches in their books. How many of you agree with that? Like even people like Steve Jobs, Elon Musk has a coach. And they have something called life coach for learning life skills. Is that making sense to you? Life coach for learning life skills. So if I had to ask, by the way, how many of you agree we need both these criteria to grow in life? We need basic education also, we need life skills also. Do we need life skills also? Yes or no? And if you had to give a priority, I know both are important, but if you had to choose, which is more important? Option number one, education, or option number two, life skills? Which is more important? Show me your hands, everyone. Obviously, life skills is a little more important. Yes or no? But let's consider if you really want to be platinum, you need both. Make sense? Everyone give me a thumbs up for that. Perfect. All these extraordinary platinum people, you will observe that they've invested a lot of time and money to upgrade their life skills with life coaching programs. How many of you agree with that? Like if you go to any corporate world, like how many people here are working in the corporate world? Like I know Mohan, you do. Anybody else who's working in the corporate world, you'll see that corporates spend a lot of money on training programs. The CEOs spend a lot of money on executive coaching. Yes or no? Are these for education or are these for life skills? Yeah, these are all life skills, by the way. Yes or no? Like leadership skills, team building, communication. These are all life skills. And that is why these people are who they are. Because they've not only worked on their education, they've also worked on their life skills. Let's take an example of what life skills are, okay? Because most people don't really understand this word called life skills. Each category of life, each area of life has different life skills required. How many areas of life did I say? Anybody remembers? 4, right? Health, relationships, career, and money. So please take notes now. Write down some life skills that I will tell you in the area of health. There is one life skill of health, which 90% people are missing on. Now, remember, when I say the word life skill, then I'm talking about a science. I'm not just talking about reading books or philosophy. How many of you agree? So let's take an example of life skill required in the area of health. Please write down motivation. How many of you agree 90% people in the world struggle with the word motivation? Raise your hands if you agree with me. Right? And how many of you agree you know many people like that who are not able to motivate themselves to achieve what they want? Do you know some people like that? Do you know some people closely? Do you meet some of these people regularly? Do you meet them sometimes in the mirror every day? You know whom I'm talking about? Right? Listen, motivation is a science. It's not a concept. People think if I listen to some YouTube video and I get excited, that's motivation. That's not motivation. You think people like Virat Kohli are motivated by accident? Hello? Do you think when Amitabh Bachchan goes bankrupt, he motivated himself by good luck? No. These people have life coaches who teach them the science behind motivation. It's a proper science. Example. Do you know that in Olympics, have you heard about Olympic champions? Like recently we had an Olympic champion. What's his name? Is it Neeraj? Neeraj? Right? The javelin guy? Right? So if you know, these people in the Olympic champions, they have 2 coaches compulsory. Sports and psychology both. How many of you agree? Like they're not allowed to not have a coach. But that's why they are where they are. They don't learn motivation by chance. It's not like they're born with it. They've been groomed into it. They've been trained into it. They've been coached into it. It's a skill that they've mastered. If you think about both of us here, or like all of us here, how many people here go through this experience in life? You wake up someday in the morning, you get excited in life, and sometimes you feel super motivated. You feel like, aaj to main duniya hi badal dunga. I'm going to win the world. How many people have had that experience sometimes in life? Raise your hands. Huh? And then the same bloody evening, your mind says, "Bhad mein jai, mujhe kuch nahi karna. I don't want to do anything today." Same evening. Raise your hands if you've gone through that. I've gone through that, so I don't know about you, right? Now, why does that happen? Who has taught you the science of motivation? Where have you learned the science of motivation? Nowhere. Is that making sense to all of you? So this is one skill called as life skill. Are you understanding what is life skill now, everyone? So we're going to leave this topic aside and we're going to come back to the life skills a little more in detail later, where I'll tell you life skills for each area of life. Health separate, relationship separate, career and money separate. Everyone okay with that? Perfect. Now let's continue the webinar by doing something very important. Let's measure your HRCM. Now, most people have no way of measuring themselves. Let's do something very small. Let's give yourself a rating on a level of 1 to 10. Starting 1 is very low. 10 is very high. Everyone show me your hands so there is no confusion. Take like this, say 1 is very low. 10 is what? Super high. 1 is like extremely bad. 10 is like dream life. Got that, everyone? Chalo. Give yourself a HRCM rating quickly. Health separate rating, relationship separate rating, career separate rating, money separate rating. Overall. How many of you are a little confused? Do you want some help with this? Raise your hands. Okay, chalo, I'll help you. Let's do one thing. Should I start by giving my example? That will be better help. Yes? Okay. So I will tell you my HRCM rating, which my mentor asked me 17, 18 years ago when I did this exercise for the first time. And I'll tell you my actual HRCM ratings when I started this question 17 years ago. So write down my name, MK Mitesh Khatri, and write down HRCM ratings that I am giving you, which is my rating. Okay. So my health rating for the first time when I measured it was 3. I'll tell you why 3. It was very low. Because 1, I was overweight. I was 17 kgs overweight. 2, I had a backache because of slip disc and I had very bad health issues those days. How many of you have heard about slip disc, by the way? Extremely bad backache. I had like 24 hours pain. Very bad life. So that is the second reason. The third reason was not just about health. The problem was I was so lazy that even though my health was bad, I just could not motivate myself to exercise. I just didn't know how to do it. I was extremely, extremely lazy. My last name is Khatri. And in my family, all my family members that time used to say that in the entire Khatri Khandan, the entire Khatri family, Mitesh Khatri is the laziest. That was my name. And being honest with you, that's who I was. So my health rating was what? Everyone show me your number. 3. I hope you've written that down. Now write down my, by the way, how many of you can relate to my ratings here? Like anybody's like me in terms of laziness, not able to exercise. So I've been there, okay? Relationship rating, write down again 3. The reason I wrote 3 very low again for relationships is because I was going through multiple breakups in my life. My problem was not attracting people. My problem was I could not maintain relationships. How many of you can relate with that? Like, and I always attracted wrong people. Somehow I would meet people who would cheat me, manipulate me. And I used to trust people blindly, because of which people used to take advantage of me. How many of you have gone through personally the same problems in life? Okay. So I've done that. So that is why my relationship rating was very low. My career rating, again, 3. The reason 3, please write down 3, is because 1, I was not doing well at that time. Like my career was really bad at that time. My biggest problem in my career that time was I was completely confused. One day I wanted to start a restaurant business. Second day I wanted to start a recruitment company. Third day I wanted to start a call center. Fourth day I wanted to become a trainer. So every day I wanted to do something new. In fact, anybody came and said, "Is line mein bahut paisa hai," I used to just get excited. How many of you have gone through that phase of your life? I know I have, right? So a lot of confusion in my life those days. So that's why my rating was very low, 3. My financial rating was lowest, 2. The reason is because 1, I just wasn't good at making money. No matter how hard I worked, it was not easy for me to make money. Even that little bit money that I was making that time, I used to make with a lot of struggle. Second problem was very early in my age, I had done a lot of business losses. So I had a lot of loans. A lot of people asked me money, and it is very difficult for me to deal with that. So that is why my HRCM rating was 3332. Now, I have very honestly shared my actual HRCM numbers with you. Can I now request all of you to share your HRCM numbers with me honestly? How many of you are okay with that? Perfect. Opening up my chat window now. Tell me your HRCM ratings. I'm writing mine in the chat window now. Some of you here who are on YouTube with me, I will read the ratings that I see in Zoom to all of you so that you can also see what numbers I'm getting here in Zoom channel. So the first ratings I see here are 5186, 000. Come on, Nilavati, you're not zero. You're alive, right? You cannot be zero. Give yourself some rating. 3132, 1111. Good question. How can I calculate? Right now, calculate whatever comes to your mind, right? I know you don't have a benchmark right now, but come up with some figure. 2212, 2222, 3321, 5777, 4533, 4342, 5623, 1111 again, 4333, 6434, 6511. Okay, here is a request to all of you. Can I request all of you to just go through the numbers in the chat window, please? I've kept my chat window open. Just read everybody's numbers along with your numbers. Do it now. Okay, if you've read those numbers, I'm switching off the chat window now. How many of you saw a pattern in the numbers? Did you see something common? Kuch dikhai diya? Nahin? Let me show you. Take your hands like this, everyone. Say either it's like this, or it's like this, down. Dikhai diya? How many of you saw that? And observe how many people in the team meeting today, okay? There are approximately 100 people here, more than 100 people watching us on multiple live channels right now. So the more than 200 people here right now. And watch. What is the average rating of majority people that you see in the chat window? Can everybody tell me the average rating on your hands on webcam? Let's go. Some people are saying 3, but chalo, let's say 5. Average 5, ठीक है? किसी का ज़्यादा भी है तो 5 पकड़ लो average पूरे group का. Yes? Is that a good number? Of course not. And is that a coincidence? That out of 100 people, we are finding the average is 5. Is that a coincidence? It's not a coincidence. How many of you want to know why our numbers are stuck? How many of you want to know why your numbers are stuck? If you don't believe me, let me ask you this question. Unmute yourself. Get ready to unmute. How many people here agree you've been doing your 100% best to increase your ratings for the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 years? If yes, please unmute. Say yes, you've been trying your best. Unmute, come on, let's.
Yes.
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 In spite of that, observe the answers in the chat window now, okay? In spite of that, for how many years your life and your ratings are more or less the same? Give me the answer in the chat window. And I'll tell you my answer first. My life was stuck at 3332 for approximately 5 years. I'm writing 5 years in the chat window. You can also write down your answer in the chat window now. My chat window is open. For how many years your life is more or less the same? Okay, so numbers are coming in. 4 years, 15 years, 11 years, 10 years. Wow, that's a lot of years. 20 years, oh my God. 66? Akhilesh, you don't look that old to me. 6 maybe you thought. 10 years, 3 years, 8 years, 10 years, 12 years again, 15 years, oh my God. 20 years again, 10 years again, 8 years, 6 years, 4 years, 9 years, 5 years, 10 years. Wow, that's a lot of time. 8 years. Now, here's the question. Switching off the chat window now. Look at the chat window again. Look at the chat window again. What do you see the average number of years people are stuck for? कितने सालों के लिए लोग अटके हुए हैं? देखो जरा एवरेज क्या दिखता है? हाथ से दिखाओ. 10 years. चलो एवरेज 5 साल पकड़ लेते हैं फिर से. Can we catch average 5 years? Yes or no? If 100 odd people are stuck at a 5 average rating for 5 years, it cannot be a coincidence. Na? इतना बड़ा coincidence तो नहीं हो सकता. Yes or no? जानना चाहते हो क्यों अटके हो? Do you want to know why? Okay, let's go. I'm giving you very, very scientific reason about why our ratings are stuck. But for that, you'll have to do some interaction with me. Are you ready? Perfect. Write down the answer to this question. How much money was invested by your parents in your education? Padhai. How much money? Approximately, from the time you started your education till the time you completed your education, depending on where you did your studies, depending on what you did, what was the approximate expense? If you're still a student, count the approximate expense till the time you complete your education. Clear? Now, I know what some of you are doing. You're multiplying your 10, 20 years of fees and totaling it. Don't forget the cafeteria fees. Don't forget the school uniform. Don't forget the tuition fees. Don't forget the books you lost. How many of you agree? There's a lot of money other than only fees. So think about the approximate number. I know you won't have the exact number. एक approximate number निकाल लो. ठीक है? लिखा सबने? Has everybody written down that number? ठीक है. Now everyone take your hands like this. बोलो time. How much time was invested by your parents and you in your education? लिखो. Approximately. अब ये तो काफी clear number होगा, right? This will be an approximate clear number. If you've done 10 standard, then it'll be like whatever, 10 years, 12 years or so. If you've done graduation, number of years. If you've done post-graduation, accordingly. If you've done PhD, accordingly. Correct? Now, add a few years on behalf of your parents. Right? Because when you were not studying, they were the ones not sleeping. How many of you agree with that? है ना? पढ़ाई हम नहीं करते थे, नींद उनको नहीं आती थी, तो उनके भी तो टाइम इन्वेस्टमेंट हुए कि नहीं हुए? Yes or no? तो थोड़े उनके भी साल ऐड कर. हो गया? Done? चलो. Tell me the answer in the chat window again. How many years, how much money? So I'll give you an example. Let's say 5 lakhs and 18 years is an example in the chat window. Tell me how much money and how much time was invested by your parents in your education. Here we go. So don't tell me only money. Tell me money and time साथ में. Okay, first answer is 15 lakhs, 25 years, 10 lakhs, 35 years, 21 lakhs, 5 lakhs, 23 years, 21 years, 7 to 8 lakhs, 6 lakhs, 17 years, 8 lakhs, 11 years, 5 lakhs, 20 years, 5 lakhs, 22 years, 5 lakhs, 25 years, 25 years, 12 lakhs, 8 lakhs, 25 years, 10 lakhs, 27 years, 10 lakhs, 20 years. Okay. Now, quick everyone, I'm giving you only 5 seconds to write your answers in the chat window. 4, 3, 2, 1. Switching off the chat window. Now. Okay, done. 1 crore in 25 years? You must have definitely done medical degree. Okay. All right. Just there's somebody, Kriti there has written 1 crore. Okay. Now, question. Everyone get ready to unmute, okay? Is this small money and small time?
No.
No, not at all.
No. Total time.
Not at all.
No.
No, not at all.
Answer this. If it is not small money, if it is not small amount, if it is not less time, obviously it is a lot of money, lot of time. Yes or no? हाथ से दिखाओ, how much?
Yes.
Right, बहुत ज़्यादा है.
बहुत ज़्यादा.
Was it easy for your parents?
Answer is
आसान था इनके लिए, parents के लिए? Hello? Obviously not, right? It was definitely not easy for your parents. So my question is, क्यों किया? इतनी मेहनत, इतना पैसा, 25 साल का commitment, क्यों? Why? Anybody can tell me? Why did our parents invest so much money and so much time in our education?
Love.
To make us better person.
Okay.
Competent person.
Yes.
To secure our future.
Secure our future. Very good answer. How many of you agree? Our parents were convinced. Parents were convinced कि अगर पढ़ाई कर लेगा बच्चा तो कुछ बन जाएगा. Yes or no? If your parents were convinced if you finish your education, your life will be set. In fact, how many of you remember your parents saying that dialogue again and again? Beta, few years of your life, finish properly your education, your life is set after that. you'll have a good marriage, you'll have a good job, you'll have a good life. Life will be set. How many of you remember that dialogue again and again and again? Irritate kar dete the bol bol ke. Yes or no? Okay. Come close. Arey aao yaar. Life set. हो गई, लाइफ सेट हो गई. हाँ, लुक एट योर HRCM रेटिंग. देखो देखो अपना HRCM रेटिंग देखो. क्या लगता है आज 20 साल 25 साल बाद पढ़ाई के HRCM रेटिंग, व्हाट डज इट शो? गुड ROI, रिटर्न ऑन इन्वेस्टमेंट ऑन योर पेरेंट्स मनी एंड टाइम. हेलो, क्या लगता है? कितना? लो, मीडियम, हाई? कैसा डील है? गुड डील, बैड डील सो फार? Below average, right? Yes or no? Do you want to know why? Here is why. Now write down the answer to this question. How much money and how much time was invested by your parents in your life skills by sending you to a life coaching program? बोलो, कितना पैसा डाला? लिखने की भी जरूरत नहीं है, चैट विंडो नहीं खोलूंगा मैं, मुझे वीडियो पे दिखा दो हाथ से. How many of you know the answer is zero? Let's be honest about it. Yes or no? Zero आंसर है. हमारे लाइफ स्किल्स में कोई इन्वेस्टमेंट नहीं हुई, ना टाइम की ना पैसे की. How many of you agree with that? And not because they didn't want to. They just didn't know about it. They had no realization, they had no value about it. How many of you agree with that? देखो, मालूम होता तो कर लेते. Yes, पता होता तो कर लेते, definitely. But chalo, our parents didn't realize the value because they came from an older generation. How many of you agree with that? You and I are from a new generation. Chalo, done. How many people here are parents? Raise your hands, please. You have children? Raise your hands. Okay. You have some budget for your children's school? Hai? Monthly budget hai? After you do your salary, do you keep some money aside for your children's education? Yes or no? How much money have you kept aside for their life skills? हाँ, बताओ हाथ से. Zero. Yes or no? Now, do you understand why your ratings are stuck? Yes, platinum lifestyle requires two criteria. First criteria is education. Second criteria is life skills. The 90% people have education, but the second criteria is completely missing. How many of you agree with that? Raise your hands. And the moment you finish your college, the moment you finish your, education, you get a job. In the practical world, what do you need? Only education or also life skills? Everyone show me your hands. Point number 1 or point number 2? Okay. So now let's understand what are these life skills. Can I go a little deep into what these life skills are? Chalega, thoda sa detail mein samjhenge, chalega? Okay. So write down, I've already told you, health life skills. याद है किसी को health life skills क्या चाहिए हमको? Motivation, right? आता ही नहीं हमको motivation, सीखा ही नहीं हमने कहीं पे. I'll give you a very simple example. In the area of health, can I say physical and emotional health are together? साथ में है कि अलग है? साथ में, it's connected. Yes or no? When people feel emotionally low, are you scientifically educated on how to uplift your emotions? Hello? है कुछ scientific education है? कोई प्रोग्राम अटेंड किया? कुछ भी नहीं. If you don't believe me, the impact of this, everyone please come to the gallery view. थोड़ा gallery view पे आ जाओ Zoom के. And सबको देखना, ठीक है? मुझे अकेले को मत देखना. Look at everyone. Answer this question, all of you, with your hands. Everyone come on webcam for just a few seconds so we can take some voting here, okay? How many people here are physically and emotionally struggling in your life? Raise your hands, please. And be very honest with me. Don't lie. If you're struggling in your health, if you're struggling in your emotional rating, raise your hands, please. Wow, look at that. 90% people, 99% people raising hands. Huh? Now, why do you think you're struggling? Is it because of your lack of education or lack of life skills? Show me your hands. Life skills aate nahi. We emotionally go down. We don't know how to uplift ourselves. One day we exercise, second day we don't exercise because we don't know how to motivate ourselves. How many of you agree with that? Now, if you learned these life skills properly, formally, don't you think you would have solved these problems very, very fast? How many of you agree? Think. I gave you an example in the beginning of this webinar of the definition of platinum, or extraordinary people. Kya definition diya tha maine? Show me with your hands. Extraordinary people are people who achieve what? Show me your hands. Achieve more in less time. Hai na? So I said platinum is about achieving 10 years of success in how much time? 1 year. Marketing line nahi thi. It was not a marketing line. Let me prove it to you now. How many people here agree? If you had a proper life coach, if you had a trainer who was coaching you in your emotions, in your body, in your health, in your fitness, the problems of your health where you're struggling for 10 years would have been solved in how much time? Show me your hands. आप दिखाओ कितने टाइम में सॉल्व कर दिया होता? सच में दिखाओ. Come on, show me with your hands. ये वेट लॉस प्रॉब्लम, ये इमोशन प्रॉब्लम कितने जल्दी सॉल्व हो गए होते? दिखाओ. चलो 2 महीना, चलो 6 महीना, मैक्सिमम 1 year. Yes or no? So tell me, is it not practical to say that if you had these life skills in the area of health, you would not be struggling in your health area for the last 5, 10 years? How many of you agree with that? Okay, I'll give you a very, very good example. Write down the name of a person. Pinky. Likho, naam likho, bahut acha naam hai. Pinky is a platinum member. When she joined our platinum membership program, she joined with her husband, and her husband worked in Godrej. So that's where we met. I was doing a corporate workshop for Godrej. Now, when he joined our program, Pinky was not interested in all this. Have you heard about people who say, "Ye sab motivation life skills mein mujhe bharosa nahi hai. I don't understand all this." Have you heard people? आपके घर में भी कुछ लोग होंगे. So Pinky said, मुझे ये सब पे भरोसा नहीं. I don't trust all this. But the husband who joined, because he joined, when he upgraded his life skills as a relationship also, as a person, do you think he must have become a little better husband? Yes or no? Yeah, obviously, right? 1 month after he joined Platinum, Pinky came on a Platinum call. True story. बोली, सर आपने ऐसा क्या कर दिया मेरे हस्बैंड के साथ? बोलती, what I am trying to convince my husband for 10 years, he started doing in 1 month. What did you do? I said, nothing, just upgraded his life skills. So she started believing in it, that yes, there are life skills and they are important in life. So for the first time, she asked me for help. True story. And she said, Mitesh, for the last 5 years in my life, I'm going through something called as panic attacks. Anybody knows what is panic attacks? किसी को मालूम है panic attacks क्या होता है? Okay, जिसको नहीं मालूम, I'll explain a little. Panic attacks is where a particular person remembers a particular bad memory from her past and suddenly goes into crying very badly. Heartbeat goes up and down, blood pressure goes up, palpitation starts happening, sweating starts happening. So these are physical symptoms. It's not mental, it's physical. And she starts getting migraine. And now she can't stop that crying for approximately 1 hour every single day. She's taking antidepressant tablets for it. Can't sleep without sleeping tablets. Can you imagine living life like this for 5 years? सोच सकते हो? रोज 1-1 घंटा रोना 5 साल के लिए. Is that a good life? No. By the way, she's a lawyer by profession. What do you think happened to her career with these kind of panic attacks? Up or down? With these kind of panic attacks, what do you think happened to her relationships? What do you think happened to her financial life? You see, when physical and emotional health is down, everything goes down. How many of you agree with that? Now, if you had to help this lady through counseling, one-on-one counseling, how much time do you think you can take to solve this problem for this lady? Approximately how much time? Show me with your hands, everyone. कितना time लगेगा? कितने महीने ले? चलो महीनों में बताओ. कितने महीने लगेंगे? 2 महीना? 1 महीना? हाँ? कुछ लोग बोल रहे हैं 6 महीना. चलो ठीक है. Now, listen to this carefully. We solved this panic attacks problem for this lady. Her name is Pinky. On a Zoom call, not one-on-one in person, on a Zoom call in an online program of Platinum with 50 people on the call. So there was no privacy. 50 people on the call on Zoom. We solved that panic attack problem for her. Listen to me carefully. In 10 minutes. 10 मिनट में पैनिक अटैक खत्म. इस बात को 1 साल हो गया. It's been about 1 year to this story now. She has not cried even one single time after that. Not a single panic attack after that. Now, what's your reaction on that? Sounds amazing? Now, can I have a little fun with you? थोड़ा मजाक करूंगा चलेगा आप लोगों के साथ में? मस्ती करूंगा चलेगा? थोड़ा आपका मजाक उड़ाऊंगा चलेगा? बुरा तो नहीं मानोगे? You won't feel bad. Okay. So let's take an example. Have you heard about Adivasis? Tribal बोलते हैं English में tribal people who stay in the jungle. So these tribal people, they've never left the jungle. So if you take a mobile and you show to a tribal person saying, if you take this mobile, you can talk to your relative in South Africa jungle from here. How would the tribal person react? Show me your hands. Right? Come close. When it comes to life skills, most of you are like tribal people, Adivasi. So when I tell you that we solved panic attacks in 10 minutes, your reaction is the same. Arey Baba, just because a tribal person has never seen a mobile doesn't mean a mobile doesn't exist. Does that make sense? Just because you've never heard that panic attacks can be cured in 10 minutes doesn't mean it's not possible. समझ में आ रहा है? कितने लोगों को समझ में आ रहा है क्या बोल रहा हूं? Right? Imagine this. If she solved that problem in 10 minutes, what can she now do for the entire 1 year in platinum? अभी तो 10 ही मिनट हुआ है. So achieving 10 years of success in 1 year, practical or not practical? If practical, show me a thumbs up, everyone. आप ही के लाइफ का पकड़ लो. Health. How many of you here are stuck for how many years in your health? Physical, emotional. Show me your hands. Yeah. 3, 4, 5 साल 10 साल से स्टक होना. Yes or no? तो ये जो लाइफ स्किल्स की मैं बात कर रहा हूं, इमोशंस हैंडलिंग, मोटिवेशन, ये रॉकेट साइंस है क्या? इज दिस रॉकेट साइंस एवरीवन? 2-3 महीना लगता है सीखने को. यस और नो? दैट इज व्हाई इट इज प्रैक्टिकल टू अचीव 10 years of success in how much time? It's possible, right? Let's take a second example of what are life skills in the second category. याद है मैंने 4 areas of life बोले थे? What is the second area of life? Write down relationships. कुछ 2 लाइफ स्किल्स ऐसे बताता हूं which are very critical for life skills, for relationship category. Write down conflict management. Conflict management skills. Conflict management skills. Now, people who are in the corporate world must have heard about it, but most of us have probably never even heard about that skill. Raise your hands if you agree with me. सुना ही नहीं ये skill के बारे में पहले, है ना? Okay. Let me tell you what it is. If 2 people are going to stay together, चाहे कितने भी अच्छे हो, no matter how good you are, if you're going to stay together, fights are going to happen. How many people agree? साथ में रहोगे झगड़ा तो होगा, थोड़ा बहुत तो होगा, है ना? Managing that fight is a skill. It's called conflict management skill. And I'll tell you the impact of not learning that skill. Okay? How many of you agree that marriage is one of the most important relationships that we have? How many of you agree with that? है ना? If you are taking a project in your hands, which is $1 million project, and you're hiring a project manager, what kind of a project manager will you hire? Highly skilled or hardly skilled? Show me your hands, everyone. Highly skilled, right? Because if you take a project manager who's not skilled at all, what will be the chances of that $1 million project? Failure chances will be what? Very high failure chances. Yes or no? Do you want the project to fail? No. So will you hire the best project manager? The most educated project manager? The most skilled project manager? Yes or no? Perfect. How many of you agree marriage is like a project? Yes or no? Chota project, lifetime project. $1 million project. Yes or no? Now, a girl in India gets married. I'm taking Indian example for now. A girl in India gets married. Fortunately or unfortunately in our country, a girl does not get married only to a man. A girl gets married to whom? The whole family. You know, during these Christmas times and New Year times, there are these offers called as 1+3 free. Have you heard about these offers? 1+3 free. You know? Indian girls get this offer in every marriage. Buy one husband, get 5 family members free. Mother-in-law free, father-in-law free, sister-in-law free, brother-in-law free. How many of you agree? It's a different story. The poor girl realizes after marriage, nothing is free. Very, very expensive business. बहुत महंगा है. How many ladies would agree? बहुत महंगा है. कुछ free नहीं है. Right? And if you really think about it, for all her life, she's lived in her house. After 18 years, 20 years, maybe 22 years of her age, she gets married to a completely new family, very stranger family. How much life skill does she have to handle conflicts with someone called mother-in-law? कितना education है इस लड़की को जरा बताओ? Zero. So poor girl goes and does experimentation. Yes or no? She's doing trial and error. तो chances of failure क्या है? Low, medium or high? Chances of failure क्या है? Very high chances of failure. If you don't believe me, look around you. 90% marriages are struggling. Raise your hands if you agree with me. 90. I'm not saying 50%. I'm making a very bold statement here. I'm saying 90% marriages are struggling. Raise your hands. Yes or no? Have you met some friends like that? Yes or no? Have you closely met some people like that? Sometimes in the mirror. Right? Why are we struggling? Education problem or life skills problem? By the way, that mother-in-law in the house, how much education she has on how to handle a daughter-in-law? Huh? Koi education nahi hai. And then there is one more person in the family. He's called as the sandwich guy. सुना है आपने? Sandwich guy कौन है? सुना है आपने? Yeah, कौन है? देखो मोहन बोल रहा मैं हूँ. So the sandwich guy is the man called the husband. Right? And how much education does he have on how to handle mother-in-law and daughter-in-law conflict? कोई आइडिया नहीं है. तो ये बेचारा रोज मार खाता है. किचन में मम्मी से खाता है, रात को बेडरूम में आके बीवी से खाता है. Yes or no? This is a joke. I'm just having fun to make it light. But how many of you agree this is a very serious problem? Right? One of our most important relationships we are struggling. And why? If you don't believe me, come to the gallery view and observe again. How many people here are struggling in your relationship ratings? If yes, don't lie, raise your hands. Let's see everyone together. Come on. Look again, 90%, 95% people raising hands. And why are you struggling? Because of lack of education or lack of life skills called conflict management type? See? अच्छा, ये मैंने अभी एक ही life skill बताया है. Do you think there is only one life skill for relationships? बहुत सारे. समझ में आ रहा है मैं क्या बोल रहा हूँ? There's a family who joined our platinum program about to divorce. Okay. In a normal Indian family, what is the average money spent on marriage? बताओ जरा हाथ से. In lakhs. In lakhs. Average Indian family. चलो 5 लाख. 2-3-5 लाख तो खर्च हो ही जाता है. Yes or no? खर्चा कहाँ होता है? Where is that money spent? लोगों को खाना खिलाने में. Maximum पैसा तो उसका ही लगता है ना. Yes or no? How many of you agree? Maximum money is to serve food. 5-star hotel, food, all of that. Yes or no? Even though later people complain खाना अच्छा नहीं था. नमक कम था. Right? But we spend that money on a marriage. Now that couple is getting divorced. And you tell that couple that there is a life coaching program. If you attend that life coaching program, you go through that course on life coaching, you can save your marriage. But that life coaching program will cost you 5 lakhs. क्या बोलोगे? जाएगा? हाँ? Now the man says, नहीं मैं खुद ही हैंडल कर लूंगा अपनी बीवी को. अभी तक हैंडल नहीं हुई है. बोलता मैं हैंडल कर लूंगा. Question. Is this a real problem? Yes or no? We are not realizing the value of life skills. This couple who joined our platinum program were about to get divorced. Today it's been more than 1 year. Not only their marriage is intact, they're happily married. देखो ये दो बहुत अलग चीजें होती है. Being married and being happily married are two very different things. How many of you agree? So these life skills that I'm talking about in relationship category, conflict management, listening skills, relating to each other, expectation management, all these life skills that I'm talking about, are they rocket science again? हेलो, रॉकेट साइंस है, सीखने में 10 साल लगेगा? नहीं, कितना टाइम लग जाएगा सीखने में? ज्यादा से ज्यादा हाउ मच टाइम विल यू टेक? 1 year. Think about it. If you had invested time in these life skills, how many of you agree the last 10 years of your problems could have been solved within 1 year? Practical or not practical? Raise your hands. Practical or not practical? Absolutely practical, Baba. It's not a marketing line. 10 years of success possible in 1 year. Let's take a third example. Everyone write down career. Career ke area mein, there are 1 or 2 different life skills required. And I'll give you one which you must have never heard. Write down perception management skill. Perception management skill. Now, what is like? How many of you have never heard about this? Raise your hands. पहले कभी नहीं सुना. देखा, मैंने बोला ना, हम लोग आदिवासी है. We are tribal people in life skills. Don't feel bad. I'm just having fun. So, what is a perception management skill? Perception, first of all, the word perception means thinking. Perception management means, okay, before that, let me ask you a question. If somebody thinks bad about me, I'm doing my 100% best in the office. If somebody is thinking bad about me, doesn't understand me, whose problem is that? Show me your hands, everyone. Whose problem is that? That person's problem? How many of you agree? Uska problem hai na, maine to apna best kiya, yes or no? Zara haath aise lo, haath aise lo, haath aise lo, tappu maro, tappu maro. बोलो मेरी प्रॉब्लम है, उसकी प्रॉब्लम नहीं है. अरे बाबा, that person is thinking bad about whom? Me. So will it not impact my life? So should I not know how to manage people's perception about me? Hello, yes or no? इसको बोलते हैं perception management. If you don't know how to do perception management, here are the problems that you will have. First, people will make you work more, pay you less. How many people are going through that? देखा, perception management नहीं आता ना, तो आपकी वैल्यू है ज्यादा, लेकिन आपको वैल्यू प्रूव करनी नहीं आती. You don't know how to prove your value. So people will make you work more, pay you less. Second, people will get the work done from you. Somebody else will take the credit. How many people are going through that? Raise your hands. Third, you will not know how to say no to people. How many people are going through that right now? Raise your hands. And then people will take advantage of you. How many people are going through that right now? Raise your hands. You will blame them for it. How many people are also doing that properly? Raise your hands. You're angry with other people, you're blaming them for it. Yes or no? लो हाथ लो, जल्दी हाथ लो, जल्दी हाथ लो, टप्पू मारो इधर. उसको ब्लेम करके फायदा नहीं है. किसका परसेप्शन खराब चल रहा है? Whose perception is going wrong? My perception, na? So who has to manage that? I have to manage that. You know, in the corporate world, there is something called as appraisal skills. How many of you have heard about appraisal skills? सुना है आप लोगों ने? तो appraisal skill में ना 90% लोग कभी खुश नहीं होते. Nobody's happy, right? What is the problem? The boss is giving low rating to the subordinate because of option number 1, performance problem. Option number 2, perception problem. बोलो क्या problem है? हाँ, perception problem है. और सबऑर्डिनेट ना लास्ट में एक ही चीज बोलता है पीछे जाके, अप्रेजल्स के बाहर जाके, आई डिड माई बेस्ट, इफ माई बॉस डजंट अंडरस्टैंड मी व्हाट कैन आई डू? कितने लोगों ने बोला है लाइफ में? सच्ची सच्ची बोलो, हाथ उठाओ. देख, अरे बाबा, वो बॉस की प्रॉब्लम नहीं है, वो हमारी प्रॉब्लम है. इज दैट मेकिंग सेंस टू ऑल ऑफ यू? ये परसेप्शन मैनेजमेंट स्किल्स, कॉन्फ्लिक्ट मैनेजमेंट स्किल्स नहीं सीखोगे ना, तो 5-5, 10-10 साल करियर में स्ट्रगल करते रहोगे. जॉब नहीं मिलेगा, मिलेगा तो जल्दी छूट जाएगा. प्रमोशन, अच्छा जॉब मिलेगा तो प्रमोशन नहीं मिलेगा. स्ट्रगल करते रहते. इफ यू डोंट बिलीव मी, कम टू द गैलरी व्यू अगेन. हाउ मेनी पीपल हियर आर स्ट्रगलिंग इन योर करियर रेटिंग? याद है आपने करियर रेटिंग लिखा था खुद का? कितने लोग स्ट्रगल कर रहे हैं? रेज योर हैंड्स. लाइक यू आर नॉट रीच द लेवल एट विच यू शुड हैव. रेज योर हैंड्स. ओके, व्हाई यू स्ट्रगलिंग? एजुकेशन प्रॉब्लम और लाइफ स्किल्स प्रॉब्लम? क्या मिसिंग है? लाइफ स्किल्स मिसिंग है. अगर ये लाइफ स्किल्स सीख लिए होते तो कितने टाइम में ये प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व हो गई होती करियर की? मैक्सिमम 1 year. Practical or not practical? Once again, yes or no? Right? Finally, I'll give you a last example for money. I'll tell you 2 particular life skills for money, which if you learn these life skills, na, you can go to any part of the world. I'm not just saying India. You can go to any part of the world and you can make $1 million if you want in 2 to 3 years. $1 million means 7.5 crores. आप 7 से 8 करोड़ रुपया 2 से 3 साल में कमा सकते हो दुनिया के किसी भी कोने में जाके. How many of you interested in what these 2 life skills are? पैसा बोलो, सबका पार्टिसिपेशन आता है. इतनी देर से पूछ रहा हूं, आधे लोग हाथ उठा रहे हैं. पैसा बोलो, सबका हाथ उठा. Okay, so I'll tell you what these life skills are. Write down the first one. Public speaking. Public speaking. How many of you agree, if someone has the ability to convince, to influence, to impress large number of people at the same time, that person can definitely make a lot of money anywhere in the world? Raise your hands if you agree with me. And do you know what is the number one fear in the world? It's called fear of public speaking. Have you heard about it? Do you know some people who have fear of public speaking? Do you know some people who are very close to you? Do you know some people whom you meet in the mirror sometimes? How many people here would not be able to do public speaking if I kept you in front of 1,000 people right now? See? But how many of you want to make $1 million? Wow, same people raising hands again. You want to make $1 million, but you don't know how to speak in front of 1,000 people. How is that going to happen? You need to learn these skills, guys. Second, write down selling skills. Selling skills. See, most people are not good at selling. I'll give you an example of why this is very important. There is an HR head in my platinum group, learned and did his MBA from IIM Bangalore. Now, IIM Bangalore means what? Everyone show me education quality, low, medium, or high. Super duper high education, right? 25 years of experience. So what is the experience amount? Super duper high. Today he's the director HR of a multinational company. So contacts, superb contacts. So if this man wants to leave his job and start a business today, should be very easy. This man is struggling for the last 2 years to leave his job, start a business. हिम्मत नहीं हो रही, guts ही नहीं हो रहे. बॉस, सैलरी पे किसी और के लिए काम करना बहुत अलग बात होती है. उस जॉब को छोड़ो, अपने दम पे वही पैसा कमा के दिखाओ, वो अलग बात होती है. How many of you agree with that? I'm not talking about an ordinary person here. I'm talking about an IIM Bangalore graduate. I'm talking about 25 years of experience. I'm talking about the director HR of a multinational company, not able to leave a job. क्या मिसिंग है? Education या life skill? Today, this man came into platinum. It's been more than 8 months. He's already making more than his salary every month, working for himself. खुद के लिए काम कर रहा है आज. प्रैक्टिकल है कि नहीं है? पॉसिबल है, सबके लिए पॉसिबल है. I'll give you a name. Write down this name. चेतन. कभी प्लैटिनम ज्वाइन करोगे तो मिलना चेतन से. चेतन का नाम इसलिए बता रहा हूं. He is from Gujarat. This man, when he joined platinum, he didn't have the money to join platinum. He joined on loan. So when he joined, first I said no to him. I said, listen, you don't join because you're taking a loan. There's too much pressure on you. And he said, no, Mitesh, I am convinced that if I can take a loan for my education, then I can take a loan for my life skills. Was he right? He said, if I can take a loan for my marriage, I can take a loan for my life skills. Is he right? He said, if I can take a loan for a medical problem in my house, overnight I can arrange 3 lakh rupees for a medical problem. I can arrange money for my life skills, which will help me for the rest of my life. Is he right? So he actually convinced me that he should join. I was really scared for him. But today it's been about 1 year he's joined. I'll tell you a little about Chetan. Chetan was making 50,000 rupees a month for the last 3 years. 50,000 रुपए महीना 3 साल से back to back. No promotion, no salary hike, कुछ नहीं. अब उसका profession सुनो. You'll laugh. He's a chartered accountant by profession. How many of you are surprised? Raise your hands. Huh? In the area of chartered accountancy, you can mint money. गोल्ड माइन है ये लाइन. How many of you agree? फाइनेंस का लाइन ना पैसा पड़ा हुआ है, कमाने वाला चाहिए. Yes or no? क्यों नहीं कमा पा रहा था चेतन? Why wasn't he able to make money? Life skills missing. Today, within a year, Chetan has started making 2 lakhs a month. आज अभी. क्या ऐसा क्या कर लिया 1 साल में? एजुकेशन पे काम किया कि लाइफ स्किल्स पे काम किया? लाइफ स्किल्स पे काम किया बॉस. And believe it or not, it's practical. How many people here agree? If you had learned some of these life skills, you would have already started making better money, fast money in your life. And it's practical. You know you could have done it. How many of you agree with that? Practical or not practical? कर सकते थे ना? But fear में डर के बैठे. Public speaking नहीं आती, selling skill नहीं आती. और ये 2 ही skill बोले मैंने. अभी ऐसे बहुत सारे skill है in the area of making money. How many of you agree? और maximum कितना टाइम लग जाएगा इसको सीखने में? चलो 1 साल यार, इससे ज्यादा तो क्या लगेगा? रॉकेट साइंस थोड़ी है, बैठ के थोड़ी रॉकेट बनाना है. लाइफ स्किल्स ही तो सीखने हैं. मन से लगा के सीख लोगे तो हो जाएगा तो ये सारी प्रॉब्लम्स खत्म हो जाएंगी. देन यू कैन प्रोसीड टुवर्ड्स द नेक्स्ट एरिया ऑफ लाइफ. यस और नो? प्रूफ चाहिए? मेरे लाइफ से प्रूफ दूं? कैन आई गिव यू प्रूफ फ्रॉम माय लाइफ? चलो. How many of you remember at the beginning of this webinar, I told you my HRCM rating. मैंने अपने HRCM रेटिंग्स आपके साथ शेयर किए थे. याद है किसी को? क्या था? हाथ से दिखाओ क्या था? 3332. याद है? HRCM 3332. I'll tell you my today's rating. लिखो, आज का रेटिंग लिखो मेरा. My health rating today is 7. And the reason I say 7, because today I maintain my perfect ideal body weight. Today I'm able to almost exercise every single day in my life. I'm going through COVID situation right now, so I've taken a break. देख के लग रहा है COVID पॉजिटिव है. एनर्जी लेवल कम लग रही है. सवाल ही नहीं उठता. I've learned certain life skills which gives me this energy today. I'm able to maintain my perfect body weight. I'm able to exercise every day. When I go to the gym, I'm able to easily exercise every day, 100 push-ups, 100 squats in 10 minutes. How many people here can do that in 10 minutes every day? And you can motivate yourself to do that every day. नहीं? Platinum में बहुत common है. मैं अकेला नहीं हूं. बहुत common है. पता है क्यों? Take your hands like this. हाथ लो. बोलो minimum benchmark है. क्या है? हाँ, ये मिनिमम बेंचमार्क है हमारे प्लैटिनम में. प्लैटिनम में रहना है तो हेल्थ भी मेंटेन करके चलना पड़ेगा. क्यों? क्योंकि अदरवाइज लाइफ इज व्हाट? पैसा भी कमा लिया और हेल्थ नहीं है तो लाइफ क्या है? इट्स मीनिंगलेस. यस और नो? So my health rating today is at 7, along with a lot of my platinum standards, platinum members. Write down my relationship rating today. 8. The reason I say 8, बहुत ज्यादा लिख रहा हूं मैं, उसका रीजन ये है, today I have an amazing relationship with my parents. And the reason I say parents is because, when I started learning life skills for the first time, I could not talk to my father even 5 minutes. 5 मिनट बात करते थे, argument हो जाता था. How many of you can relate to that? Can you relate to that? And how many of you agree, most people don't get along with their parents? Yes or no? Not all, but most people don't. So think about it. You can't even get along with your parents. What are we talking about relationship skills? But once I learned my relationship skills, today I can get along with my father, I can get along with my mother. I have a very good relationship with my brother and my sister. With my wife, it's been 18 years to our marriage now, and we are still like lovebirds. Even today, we can talk for 5 hours at a stretch. And by the way, some of you must be thinking, wow, lovebirds, matlab soulmates. Aisa nahi hai. When I met Indu, we had a love marriage, by the way. But in spite of that, the first 2 years of my marriage were very difficult. Almost every day I wanted to divorce her. How many people are married here? Raise your hands. I think you guys can understand what I'm saying. The rest of these guys won't understand. First 2 years of every marriage are difficult. Yes or no? After 2 years, there are 2 things that are possible. Listen to me carefully. 2 साल के बाद 2 चीजें possible है. Option number 1, you learn your life skills and you improve your marriage. Yes or no? Option number 2, bad marriage की आदत हो जाती है. Most people are living in which area of life? लोगों को आदत हो जाती है वैसे शादी की. Yes or no? Platinum, we are not okay with that. Minimum benchmark के बॉस उतना तो हैंडल करना ही पड़ेगा. Okay? Third category, career rating लिखो मेरा 8. The reason I say 8 for career, because I'm doing what I love to do, not what I have to do. Listen, career is not money. पैसा अलग होता है. Career is doing what you love to do and being the best at what you do. How many people here agree most of us in the world are doing what we have to do, not what we love to do. Most people, yes or no? Today, I'm doing what I love to do. I've written 2 national best-selling books. I've trained more than 1 million people in the world. I'm at the best of my experience today. So 8. Now I'll tell you my financial rating, my money rating. Write down 7. You remember मेरा शुरू का rating क्या था पैसे का? 2. Today I'm at 7. And I'll tell you why. Today I'm making okay, before I tell you how much I'm making, is it okay if I share my actual monthly income with all of you? Okay. Before I share my monthly income with all of you, I want you to know I do not share this income to show off or to boast. I'm sharing it only to inspire that if someone like me can come from a lower middle class family and be where I am today, so can you. What do I mean by that? Listen, my first salary was literally 10 rupees per day. How many of you remember your first salary? कितने लोगों को अपना पहला सैलरी याद है? याद है किसी को? लिखो जरा चैट विंडो में कितना था आपका पहला सैलरी, लिखो कितने लोगों को याद आता है. कुछ लोग तो भूल जाते हैं. Let's see what was your first salary. Interesting question, right? Okay, 5,200, 2,000, 8,000. 1680. Oh, somebody's matching me there. 1,700, 16,000, 6,000, 17,000. 96 per week. Okay, now that's low. That's where I started. So for me, I was at approximately 10, 20 rupees per day. I used to not get a salary. I used to work in a company where I used to get incentives. Incentive मिलता था मुझे. और बेचने का क्या मैं आपको बताता हूँ. Door to door काम करता था मैं. It used to called as door to door sales and marketing. Have you ever seen people coming to your door, knocking and selling something? कभी हुआ है आपके साथ ऐसा? Do you remember what you do with those people who knock on your door? क्या किया था उनके साथ? हैं? ऐसे बैंक किया था ना दरवाजा. वो मेरे साथ रोज होता था. So that is how I started my career. And the incentive I used to get from selling a product was 10 rupees. और हमारे कंपनी की पॉलिसी ये थी, अगर बेचोगे नहीं तो खाना नहीं खा सकते. If you don't sell, you can't eat. Whatever you sell, you eat food from there. First 2 days, my job, first 2 days. How much money do you think I made? कितना बेचा? 0. 2 दिन खाना नहीं खाया. No food. I remember second night I was so hungry. I went to the security guard of my company society and I requested him. I said, Dada, please, आपके डब्बे से खाना खिला दो. And believe me, the watchman shared that food with me and it was bloody tasty. Because when you're hungry, na, सब अच्छा लगता है. How many of you ever had biscuit and water at night when you're super hungry and it tastes amazing? कभी खाया है? जब घर में कुछ नहीं होता, right? So I'm coming from those days. Listen, I'm not from a very rich family. Okay, I'm a Marwadi, but I come from a very, very humble family. My parents and I, we lived 5 people in a family in one room. How many of you can relate with that kind of lifestyle? Right? So I come from that family, and today my monthly income, last month, December, the last month of the year, we closed at 2 crores monthly. Okay, this month, similar figure. Now, I do not say this number to boast. I'm saying if someone like me who can make 10 rupees a day and reach here, you're much better than me. Why? How many of you agree your first salary was better than my first salary? कितने लोग मानते हैं इस बात को? Raise your hands. है ना? So aren't you better than me? Right? If I can do it, you can do it. Yes or no? Condition सिर्फ एक ही है. काम किस चीज पे करना है? Life skills. How many of you want to know how much time I put in my life skills? जानना चाहते हो? Write it down. 61 lakhs and 5 years. 61 lakhs and 5 years. मैंने 61 lakhs invest किए हैं अलग अलग life coaching programs में with many mentors. Let's do one thing. On my right side here, ना एक दीवार है यहाँ पे, and I call this my Guru wall. You should have a wall in your house called Guru wall. Everyone write down Guru wall. And on this Guru wall, I've put photographs of my mentors whom I've learned from, people whom I've done courses with. How many of you are okay if I show my Guru wall to all of you? Can I show you my Guru wall? Chalo, let's try. I'm going to turn my laptop, okay? Here we go. So I hope I'm able to do it properly. Let me show you one by one. So this over here in the extreme is, this one. This is Dr. Sudhir Arora. Put this down. This is Dr. Sudhir Arora. And he's my relationship coach. This is where I met Indu. This is Sahil, my spiritual coach in the center. That's Nitya Shanti. That's Jack Canfield over there, the first one on that side. In the center is Anthony Robbins. This is John D. Martini, and that's Byron Katie on the top. Okay, so let's see if you were able to see it or not. How many people were able to see? I'm just curious. Raise your hands if you were able to see it, because I turned my laptop completely. Okay. These are the people who made me who I am. I'm not, when people see my success today, they say, wow, Mitesh, you're so lucky. I'm not the real person you see today. These people built me today. Samajh mein aa raha hai? The value of life skills, everyone. So 61 lakhs and 5 years of courses. Do you think small amount or big amount? Show me your hands. Big amount? Okay. मेरा पिछले महीने का इनकम याद है? अब बताओ. Monthly income 2 crores, 61 lakhs in my life skills. Small amount or big amount? Ab bolo. In my mind, this much. And I keep doing courses. Even now, I'm attending a course right now with someone. By the way, do you think it's a good investment for me? ROI kaisa hai? Good deal, bad deal? Better than fixed deposit? Better than mutual funds? That's what I'm talking about. I've learned all this with these mentors, and that is why I am where I am. So the reason I've called you in this webinar today is to give you 2 messages. I have 2 intentions of why I called you here today. Intention number 1. Please write this down, everyone. Likho notepad pe. I must. Pura statement likhna. I must invest. I must invest time and money. I must invest time and money in my life skills through life coaching programs. By the way, how many of you agree this is not a should, this is a must? इसलिए मैंने शुरू किया, I must invest time and money in my life skills with a life coaching program. How many of you agree? In fact, एक करने चाहिए कि बहुत सारे करने चाहिए? बहुत सारे करने चाहिए. एक, never stick with one. I'm saying do many programs so that you can work on how many areas of life? All 4, Baba. Health, relationship, career, and money. Some of us have got convinced in our subconscious because of struggling for so many years that life cannot be perfect. कितने लोग यहाँ पे उस दिमाग में घुस गए हैं कि लाइफ परफेक्ट नहीं होती है, एक हाथ एरिया तो सबका खराब होता ही होता है. Raise your hands. अरे ऐसा नहीं है पापा. There is a category of people जहां पे लोग चारों एरियाज 5 स्टार जी रहे हैं. Possible है. And everybody deserves to be there. How many of you agree? We all deserve to be there. Right? Just because we are not born in rich families doesn't mean that we can't be there. We can be there. You just have to learn the right life skills. By the way, even if you're born in a rich family, does it mean that you will be platinum? No. Just because you're... Okay, let's take an example. Vijay Mallya. Born in a rich family, right? So is he platinum? No. He's not successful in all 4 areas of life. How many of you agree with that? That's what I'm talking about. It's not just money. It's all 4 areas of life. So my first intention of inviting you here today was, guys, please start investing time and money in your life skills. Do life coaching programs. Otherwise, you'll remain stuck for 8, 10, 20, 30 years. But if you start learning, I promise you, you'll have 10 years of success in how much time? Within 1 year. Because these learnings are not rocket science. These are learnable skills. सीख सकते हो. Yes or no? बस थोड़ा सा दिल में ना श्रद्धा चाहिए, सीखने की, पैसा डालने की, मेहनत करने की. How many of you agree with that? Possible है. How many of you got that message loud and clear? Because that was my first intention to invite you here today. Did you get that message loud and clear? If yes, everyone please unmute yourself and simply say 100% clear. अगर ये मैसेज समझ में आया तो
100% clear.
100% clear.
Perfect. Thank you very much. So I'm glad that I was able to communicate that message. My intention number 2 of inviting you here today was, come and join my platinum program. I would like to invite you in my platinum program, where I'll tell you what is my commitment. My commitment is, because I come from very humble backgrounds. Many years it took me to learn my life skills. It took me 61 lakhs and 5 years. It was not easy. Aasan nahi tha. So I had made this promise to myself that the day I learn all my life skills, and the day I really become successful in all 4 areas of life, I will start my own platinum program where I will teach everything that I have learned in my life coaching programs, not by helping people invest 61 lakhs, but not even 10%, of what I have invested. Because I was clear about one thing in India, sab log 61 lakhs nahi dal sakte. Now everybody cannot do it even if they want to. How many of you agree? But at the same time, everybody needs these life coaching programs. Yes. So I decided one day when I become successful, I'll pass on all these life skills to people in my programs at not even 10% of my investment, what I did. So I've started this new program called Life Platinum Program. For the last 2 years, I've been doing it. We've got more than 300 people in this program now, where we've already proven hundreds of people achieving 10 years of success in how much time? Just 1 year. How many people are interested in knowing what is my platinum program? What skills you can learn, what programs you will go through that can help you achieve that life? Raise your hands. Okay. If you are ready to learn with me, and if you're ready to accept me as a coach, simply type in C for coach in the chat window, or the whole word coach in the chat window. If you feel you can relate with me, if you feel you can trust me, if you feel some kind of a connection, type in C for coach. And then I will show you what is my platinum program and how you can learn with me. Okay. So here we go. Please take a blank page on your notepad, and I'll tell you what you are going to get in my platinum program. Actually, hold on. Before I tell you what you will get, is it okay if I tell you what you will not get? चलेगा? Confusion नहीं रहना चाहिए ना? 2 चीजें नहीं मिलेगी, पहले ही बता देता हूं. First, counseling program नहीं है. It's not a counseling program. One-on-one tuition नहीं है. यूनिवर्सिटी है. देखो, ट्यूशन करके मेडिकल साइंस में डॉक्टर नहीं बन सकते. How many of you agree with that? है ना? ट्यूशन करके एमबीए नहीं होता है, यूनिवर्सिटी जाना पड़ेगा. How many of you agree? This is a life coaching program. It's a university program. It's not a shoulder to cry. बहुत सारे लोगों को लगता है, हाँ चलो प्रोग्राम ज्वाइन कर लेते हैं, फिर मितेश सर को अपनी पूरी स्टोरी बताएंगे बैठ के. Nobody gets a shoulder to cry in my program. That is your best friend's job. How many of you agree? देखो, बुरा मत मानना, with all respect, that is your best friend's job, है ना? दोस्त का काम होता है कंधा देना रोने के लिए. यस. कोच का काम वो नहीं होता है. कोच का काम क्या होता है? Can anybody tell me what is the job of a coach? नहीं मालूम? मैं बता. लिखो, स्पेलिंग लिखो. स्पेलिंग D for Delhi, A for Apple, N for Nagpur, फिर से D for Delhi. लिखा पूरा? D for Delhi, A for Apple, N for Nagpur, D for Delhi. वापस लिखो A for Apple. हाँ, DANDA. क्या लिखा? डंडा. भैया यही है काम जो कोच का. How many of you agree with that? Right? You cannot go to the coach and say मेरे हिसाब से सिखा. आप जिम जाके ये नहीं बोल सकते मुझे जो एक्सरसाइज पसंद है वो वाला करके दिखा. कोच क्या बोलेगा पता है? जिम वाला आउट. सीखना है तो हमारे हिसाब से सीखना पड़ेगा. वेट लॉस होगा, गारंटी देता हूं, हमारे हिसाब से सीखना पड़ेगा. How many of you agree? So I don't mean it as an arrogance. I mean it with full humility. Platinum is not counseling. Platinum is a university program. It's about learning 10, 20, 30 years of knowledge, 100 years of knowledge in how much time? 1 साल. Possible है. But फिर लाइफ यूनिवर्सिटी की तरह इसको ट्रीट करना पड़ेगा. एमबीए प्रोग्राम की तरह इसको ट्रीट करना पड़ेगा. One-on-one tuition नहीं होगा. How many of you agree with that? Does that make sense? इसको, because you cannot learn heart surgery one-on-one. You have to go through a university program. This is a psychology program. This is really about learning how do you take control of who you are inside you. And believe me, human beings are the most complex systems in the world. How many of you agree? But there is a lot of research. There is a lot of data that has proven how to handle this complex world. You can learn it within a year. But university की तरह सीखना पड़ेगा. How many of you are ready to learn like a university? Then raise your hands. Okay. So everybody clear what it is not? रोने के लिए कंधा नहीं मिलेगा. काउंसलिंग प्रोग्राम नहीं है. कोचिंग प्रोग्राम है. यूनिवर्सिटी प्रोग्राम. ठीक है. दूसरा चीज क्या नहीं है? There are 2 things platinum is not. वो भी लिख लो. दूसरी चीज, जल्दी पैसा कमाने की मशीन. क्विक मेकिंग मनी मशीन नहीं है. The reason I'm saying this, I know that a lot of you have come here by watching some of my platinum interviews on YouTube. How many of you have seen some of my platinum interviews on YouTube? Right? And you must have seen people saying like, I made this money, I made that much money, I had a promotion in 3 months, I got double salary in 6 months, right? My life dream was achieved in 1 year. सुना होगा आपने. Please don't get excited. The reason is because देखो इन लोगों ने ना पैसे पे काम किया लेकिन वो लास्ट. प्लेटिनम में चारों पे काम करना पड़ेगा. क्या चार है? हेल्थ, रिलेशनशिप, करियर एंड मनी. आप ये सोच के आओगे कि ये मनी मेकिंग स्कीम है, यहाँ पे फटाफट पैसे कमाएंगे, हो जाएगा. सॉरी, प्लीज मत ज्वाइन करना. नेटवर्क मार्केटिंग नहीं है, पैसे कमाने का काम नहीं है. यहाँ हम आपको कोच नहीं बना रहे, पैसा कमाना नहीं सिखा रहे. वो सब होगा, बट दैट्स नॉट द ओनली प्रायोरिटी. Along with your money, first your life skills have to go up. Is that making sense to all of you? पैसे कमाने की स्ट्रेटेजी दुनिया में सब जगह मिल जाएगी आपको. लाइफ स्किल्स नहीं होगी तो स्ट्रेटेजी काम नहीं आएगी. Is that making sense? Right? याद है वो IIM बैंगलोर वाला डायरेक्टर HR? याद है वो चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट चेतन? इनके पास क्या स्ट्रेटेजीज कम थी? लाइफ स्किल्स मिली तब जाके इनकम बढ़ी. So I'm repeating, if you come to platinum, when you come to platinum, सिर्फ पैसे पे काम करके काम नहीं चलेगा, चारों एरियाज पे काम करना ही पड़ेगा. How many of you are ready for that? Raise your hands. ठीक है, done. Now I have told you what is platinum not. Now let me tell you what is platinum. लिखो. सिंपल वर्ड बताता हूं कि platinum क्या है. लिख लो. HRCM results. बात खत्म. HRCM results. क्या मिलेगा platinum में? 1 साल के अंदर HRCM को हमको रेटिंग बढ़ानी है. Okay. Every month we will measure your HRCM frequency. मेजर करने का तरीका भी बताऊंगा. Don't worry. I will show you a measurement standards. When you join tomorrow itself, first time in your life, you will get a document where you will see very, very clear benchmark for every area of your life. How many of you are interested in that? Clear benchmark. के इसको हेल्थ बोलते हैं, इसको रिलेशनशिप बोलते हैं, इसको करियर बोलते हैं. वो क्लियर बेंचमार्क मिलेंगे आपको. ठीक है? Within 1 year, you will reach those benchmarks. That's the job. Now, even if you start at 1, अगर 1 पे भी शुरू करोगे तो हर महीना हमारा रेटिंग कितने से बढ़ना चाहिए? योर रेटिंग शुड ग्रो एटलीस्ट, कम से कम हर महीना कितना बढ़ना चाहिए? 3 4 नहीं, 2 नहीं, सिर्फ 1. सिर्फ 1. हमको 1 से ऊपर बढ़ाना ही नहीं है. Now, how many of you are confused? I'll tell you why. Write this down. Platinum is, लिखो, platinum is sustainable growth, not achievable growth. ठीक है? प्लैटिनम जो है ना, ये सस्टेनेबल ग्रोथ के बारे में है, अचीवेबल ग्रोथ के बारे में नहीं है. आपने कुछ हीरो सुने फिल्म इंडस्ट्री में? वन हिट हीरो सुना आपने? एक पिक्चर आती है, सुपर हिट होता है, बाद में गायब हो जाता है. हैव यू हर्ड अबाउट सच पीपल? आपको वो बनना है. प्लैटिनम में ऐसा नहीं होता कि आप आए, 1 महीने में लाइफ बदल गई, मितेश ने 4 एफर्मेशन बताए, चारों एरियाज 1 के 10 पे चले गए, अक्कड़ बक्कड़ बम्बे बहुत, चलो घर सब रिच हो गए. हाँ, ऐसा कुछ नहीं होने वाला है, अभी से बता रहा हूँ. आई नो सम पीपल आर थिंकिंग मेरे पास कुछ मैजिक है, मैं लॉ ऑफ अट्रैक्शन की कुछ ऐसी टेक्निक बताऊंगा, सब ठीक हो जाएगा लाइफ में. ऐसा कुछ नहीं होने वाला है. दीज आर लाइफ स्किल्स. मैंने अभी तक लॉ ऑफ अट्रैक्शन का नाम भी लिया नहीं. मैं लॉ ऑफ अट्रैक्शन की बात नहीं कर रहा हूँ. लॉ ऑफ अट्रैक्शन एक लाइफ स्किल है. बहुत सारे लाइफ स्किल सीखने पड़ेंगे. मेहनत करने को तैयार हो तो आना. मेक सेंस? ओके. तो HRCM रिजल्ट्स ये आपको मिलेगा 1 साल के अंदर. दैट इज द प्रॉमिस ऑफ प्लैटिनम. हाउ मेनी पीपल आर इंटरेस्टेड इन दिस प्रॉमिस? बाकी सब भूल जाओ. मुझसे ये मत पूछो कि कोर्स क्या है, ये क्या है, वो क्या है. ये रिजल्ट है, ये चाहिए तो ये मिलेगा. ठीक है? अब कैसे मिलेगा? तो कुछ कोर्सेज तो सीखने ही पड़ेंगे, प्रोग्राम्स तो करने ही पड़ेंगे, लाइफ स्किल्स तो अपग्रेड करनी पड़ेगी. नाउ आई एम शोइंग यू व्हाट लाइफ स्किल्स यू आर गोइंग टू गो थ्रू, which particular programs you are going to go through, and what is the value of those programs. So you have 2 options. या तो आप लिखते रहो जो अभी मैं स्क्रीन पे दिखाऊंगा आपको, या second best option, focus on the screen. I'll give you a picture of this later. What is a better option, everyone? Option number 1 या option number 2? क्या करना है? बाद में पिक्चर भेज दूं, चलेगा? चलो. So focus on the screen now. What I'm showing you on the screen is a small presentation where I'll show you all the courses in one place. So we have 2 plans for you. There is a plan 1 for platinum and there is a plan 2. अभी दिखाऊंगा plan 2 आपको. Plan 1 is called as Advanced Law of Attraction course. Is one course that you will have in that. Now this course is a little different for platinum compared to other people? How? Anybody here from my advanced LOA group? Raise your hands. Anybody? कोई है यहाँ पे? हाँ, अच्छा, काफी लोग हैं यहाँ पे. Prasanna is there, Srikant is there, Swapna is there. Very good. So, in advanced group, we teach something called yin yang frequency. We talk about affirmations. Yes or no? In the advanced course, we teach. In platinum, we check. समझ में आ रहा है? यहाँ पे चेक होगा. तो अब बहुत सारे एडवांस के जो स्टूडेंट्स हैं ना, वो बच जाते हैं. उनको डंडा नहीं मिलता. क्यों? क्योंकि इनके एफर्मेशंस चेक नहीं होते. प्लैटिनम में छूटोगे नहीं. होमवर्क नहीं करोगे, डंडा पड़ेगा. Are you ready for that डंडा? Because यहाँ का एडवांस अलग है. Okay, so that's one. Same thing in wealth mastery. In wealth mastery course, we teach how to make investments, how to manage your money, how to remove your limiting beliefs for money. In platinum, we check your wealth mastery frequency. हम check करेंगे. आपके affirmations check करेंगे, आपके limiting beliefs check करेंगे. You can send it to me. I will personally check. ये facility सिर्फ और सिर्फ platinum members को है, because this is a premium program. Is that making sense to all of you? तो wealth mastery normal अलग है, platinum wealth mastery अलग है. ठीक है? Third, relationship mastery, where right now we are doing these programs live every Sunday, where you're actually able to learn what skills do you need to upgrade your relationships in your life. Leadership mastery, where you will learn those programs which I teach in the corporate world for more than 5 lakh rupees per day. This is my actual fees in the corporate world today. Where have you heard about people like Sanjeev Bajaj? Have you heard about people like Anand Mahindra? Okay, these are people who've been in my workshops. ये लोग मेरे program attend करते हैं corporate world में. And that is where I'm charging 5 lakh rupees a day. The same program that I teach them, I'm going to be teaching all of you. So those leadership skills, those team building skills, those communication skills which are required for your career is what you will be getting as part of these programs. Is that making sense to all of you? Okay. And some of you are struggling only because of this one reason, by the way. You'll see that later in the program. So leadership mastery, health mastery, where you will learn the science behind how do you really motivate yourself to exercise every day. How many people here have zero knowledge on how to handle your diet? Be very honest, raise your hands. Okay. Believe it or not, the first month you will lose weight. First month. And nobody will make your diet, you will make your diet. We'll give you that life skill where you will learn how to make your own diet. Why? You need to learn something called as lifestyle diet. लिखो सब लोग lifestyle diet. Lifestyle क्या होता है? देखो बहुत सारे लोग ना crash diet करते हैं. Have you heard about crash diets? Keto diet, this diet, this diet. होता क्या है? करते हैं, एक महीने में छूट जाता है. Weight goes down, then weight goes up again. How many of you agree? It's not about that. It's about learning how to have sustainable growth in your life. You have to exercise every day in platinum. We are now, as part of upgrading platinum today onwards, next week onwards, we are hiring a proper coach, a proper official gym coach. And how many of you have been to a gym? Coach देखे हैं gym के? कैसे दिखते? खुद बड़े मोटे मोटे दिखते. Have you seen that in gyms in India? Right? We are hiring a gym coach who himself has abs. He's going to be doing 2 batches every day for all my platinum members, and platinum members are going to have accessible online gym every single day. How many of you think that is very relevant to everybody's life? Right? And this is not going to be a normal gym. We call this happy gym. Likho everybody, the name is called as happy gym. So in the happy gym, this coach is going to be personally trained by me. How many of you are part of my DMP? Now imagine doing DMP and exercise together. It'll blow your mind. That's what happy gym is. It's a combination of DMP and exercise. Okay. Digital coaching. This is where you will learn how to become a coach like me, how to sell programs online like me, how to create your own online programs like me. Train the trainer programs, how to speak in public, how to influence people, how to convince people, how to impress people in the first 5 minutes of your life. These are the things that you will learn. The same program I sell in the corporate program, in the corporate world, for 2,25,000 rupees for one person. This is what we charged in the corporate world for train the trainer programs. Next, neuro-linguistic programming. How many of you remember I spoke to you about Pinky? Yaad hai kisi ko? 10 minutes panic attacks cured, remember? NLP. Best-selling author. More than 20% of my platinum members have already written books and have become best-selling authors. Just out of curiosity, how many people here want to write a book and become authors one day? ये तो आप मेरी तरफ से लिख लो, गारंटी है. 100%. There's a lady called Khyati, उसका 15 साल से ड्रीम था बुक लिखना. प्लेटिनम में आने के बाद में 3 महीने में पूरा हो गया. Book is already published. Now she's working on making the book a best-selling author. How many of you are interested in that? So we'll show you step-by-step approach on how to do that. Next, membership for these programs will be for 1 year. That is why this is called as Plan 1. You don't have to write this. I'll send you a photograph of this. Upcoming courses will not be included in Plan 1. And the total of all these programs is 3,74,000 rupees. But when people join Plan 1 today during this program, only for the next 15 minutes, you will not be paying 3,74,000 rupees, but only 2 lakhs when you make an installment of 5 EMIs. Agar aap one time mein pay karte ho, Plan 1, the fees is only 1,75,000 rupees, as you see at the bottom of the screen there. Now, this is Plan 1. Let me tell you Plan 2. This is my favorite. How many of you are interested in seeing my favorite plan? Okay, that's Plan 2. In the Plan 2, we call it as our lifetime platinum membership program. It's not 1 year membership, it's lifetime membership. Ab obviously Plan 2 hai to Plan 1 ke jo programs hai wo to included hai hi, but there is much more in Plan 2. Plan 2 has this one more course called Practical Spirituality. This is the program that has made me who I am today. It's the foundation, right? If your foundation is weak, you can't make a tall building. That is why we've included Practical Spirituality in the lifetime program. Live digital coaching. Now, what is live digital coaching? Every Saturday, I do a separate program only for my Platinum Plan 2 people, where I teach you how to become a coach live with me every Saturday for 2 hours. Okay, but this is only for Plan 2 people. Facebook advertising course. How do you advertise on Facebook? How many people here realize that nowadays online advertisement is the best way to get business? Yes or no? But most people don't know how to do that. We're going to personally teach you how we do our advertisements. We're going to show you, open up our accounts and show you. So it's going to be really, really hands-on training. Okay. Next, Platinum Coaching Internship. Now, this is something we are starting only this week. This program alone is worth 2 lakh rupees. It's called as Platinum Coaching Internship. What is that? See, whenever somebody wants to become a coach in the industry, the biggest problem is experience. How many of you agree with that? Hannah? Today, we have 28,000 people in the basic course. Today, we have more than 1,200 students in advanced course. Today, we have more than 1,600 students in Wealth Mastery. And we have more than 300 students in Platinum. This is a huge platform that I have. All the Platinum Plan 2 people, over a period of time, as you learn your life skills, we will give you the opportunity to become an intern in my programs, where you can start supporting our existing students by being an intern with us, where you can actually start teaching on our platform. So the risk is completely mine, the platform is mine, the people are mine, but you get to teach. So one day when you become a coach in the market, you have experience in your hands. How many of you think this is invaluable? Koi nahi deta ye. Koi nahi deta ye, right? Like even if you go to the best educational institute and you take a coaching certification from there, they'll give you the certificate, but will they let you work with their students? Hello? They'll not let you work with their students, right? They'll tell you, you go find your own students. Yes or no? In Platinum, for the first time, what we are starting now for Plan 2 people only is Platinum Coaching Internship. How many of you are super excited only for this one point alone here? Right? So you people who are excited here will be the future coaches, future law of attraction coaches, future NLP coaches. How many of you, I'm just curious, by the way, how many people here would like to teach law of attraction one day like me? This is the program that we've started for you, coaching and internship program. Okay. Now, Plan 2 is lifetime. There is no barrier. There is no limitation. There is lifetime. And the best part, all my upcoming courses will be included in Plan 2. Plan 1 upcoming courses are never included. The worth of the Plan 2 programs is 6,94,000 if you calculate all the totals here. But today, if you join during this webinar, the total is 2,75,000 if you pay in 5 months EMI. In case you pay today in one go, then you get a further discount of 26,000 rupees. That is why the total fees will be only 2,49,000, as you see at the last line at the end. Now, here is the good news for all of you. The best part of the news is that we have now started something very, very special for the new Platinum members. All of you get excited. This is something very special. The earlier method of the Platinum program was all these programs were recorded online. Like if you'll observe, the whole world is going digital. Yes or no? So all these programs were already recorded online and people were coming, they were watching videos online and they were asking me questions during support calls. How many of you are part of my advanced course? You know what I'm talking about, or Wealth Mastery, right? So people were watching these videos, asking me questions on support call. They were getting results in spite of that. But now here is what we are starting this week onwards. My commitment now is that I don't want people to watch videos alone at home. Okay. So now my commitment is you will go through all these programs live every week. All these programs. You don't have to sit home and watch videos alone anymore. You will go through the Advance with Me live. You will go through the Wealth with Me live, the Relationship Mastery live, Practical Spirituality live, Train the Trainer live. All the programs I will run live myself. Of course, the recorded programs will always be with you for lifetime. All the batches we will record, and you will always have access to all the batches to attend live as well as the recorded programs. How many of you think that is 10 times value compared to what you hear in the market? Yes or no? Okay. So those of you who are excited to be part of our new Platinum, which we've launched today itself, we've not increased the fees. We've kept the Platinum fees same, but we've increased the value proposition for Platinum this week onwards. But we will be increasing our Platinum fees next week onwards. So those of you who are in today's webinar or you're watching me on YouTube somewhere on the video, if you leave today's webinar without joining, whatever the fees starts after today will not be this particular fees. That is a promise that I'm trying to clarify here. So now those of you who would like to join, the links are in the chat window. How many people here would like to block the plan 2 and take 1 week time to arrange the rest of the money? Raise your hands. How many people would like to block it for now? Okay. So those of you who would like to block it for now, you'll find a very special link in the chat window, only for 10,000 rupees. You can block using 10,000. Within 7 days, you will have time to make the balance payment. After that, you will get access to Platinum. Remember, you're blocking with 10,000. You're not getting access with 10,000. You're blocking with 10,000 because once you don't block and tomorrow when we increase the fees, this program will not apply for you. But if you block it now, this fees gets locked for you only. Tomorrow onwards, till 7 days, you will have time to make either the first installment or the full payment, whichever you are choosing to. Immediately after that, you will get access to Platinum. Now, when you make the block link right now, the first thing that you will get is tomorrow evening at 7 p.m. We will be inviting you for a special orientation program where I will personally meet you. I will check your HRCM ratings and I will show you an entire roadmap of how you will complete this 10 years of success in 1 year. Because these are too many programs here. How many of you would like to see a very step-by-step program, a very step-by-step roadmap on how you will achieve this in 1 year? Raise your hands. Okay. So when you block your link or you pay today for Platinum, tomorrow evening, 7 p.m., I will see you for the orientation program. Now I have shown you everything about my Platinum program. I'm now going to unmute some of you. If you want to ask any particular questions while you're joining, you're most welcome to ask now. And while I'm giving you the permission to unmute, please be careful. No questions right now will be answered about basic law of attraction or how to make affirmations and all of that. Right now, we're only asking questions and giving answers to those people who are committed to join Platinum. Is that a fair deal, everyone? Give me a thumbs up. Perfect. Thank you very much. So I'm now giving you permission to unmute. Anybody can unmute, say your name, ask your question. I'll be happy to answer. Let's go. Yes,
Hi,
Swapna.
Mitesh.
Hi, Swapna. What's your question?
Yeah, I am a LY member right now.
Yes.
So, but I have no doubts on other things, but I'm working as a scientist in ISRO.
Ooh,
So,
wow.
for
Second one. Wow. How have you been recommended by somebody? Because we have one more ISRO scientist.
no. I happened to watch your basic law of a webinar. Then I joined this. But if it comes to me, how my career and money making, all those things works for me. Like
As a government
I had
employee, I can't promise you that you'll be able to start your new business because government
Yes,
employees
yes.
have their own strict rules, right?
Yes,
but
yes,
overall, your health definitely improves, your
yes.
relationship improves, your career improves, money improves because your money management improves, your money attraction improves. Now,
Okay.
that's because we are not just working on making money, right? We're also working on
Yes,
managing money better.
yes.
So a lot of ways your money will also improve.
Means through my investment, my husband has a business, so I can.
So there you go. There you go. There you go.
Yeah, that's what actually I'm just listening these things, but this question coming to me repeatedly, so
Makes sense. Makes sense. We have a lot of government employees and they've got a lot of benefit because eventually you do have health, you do have relationships, you do have career.
yes.
And finance is not only about the amount of money that you make, but it's
Yes.
how you make the money. It's also about how do you manage the money. So all of that you'll be learning.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Thank you, Mitesh. Since
most welcome,
long I
Swapna.
thought to talk to you. It
Most
happens now. Thank
before
you.
you join, make sure you connect with Indu in the chat window because since you're already an existing advanced LOA member, we'll be deducting your advanced LOA fees from the overall fees. Okay, so just be careful when you make that payment.
Thank you.
Right, most welcome. Perfect. So that was for Swapna. Anybody else has a question? Just unmute on your side, say your name, and then ask your question. Go for it. If you're not able to unmute, just raise your hands.
Sir, good evening. Rajesh this side.
Hey Rajesh, hi. Bolo buddy.
Yes sir. Sir, ये daily magic practice जो है जो that is included in this lifetime free or
that's right. It is
उसमें अलग है.
DMP is included, Rajesh.
अच्छा, so every month this platinum members don't have to pay 1,000 rupees every month.
No, not at all. Even in the future, when I create more programs, platinum members don't have to pay for that.
But sir, for us, like we are ALOA and NLP member, lifetime member, so हमारे लिए DMP
नहीं, आपके लिए DMP फ्री नहीं होता है क्योंकि ALOA की फीस कितनी है? 15,000. NLP की फीस कितनी है? 30,000 है. So वो छोटी फीस है. So that has only advanced LOA has 1 month bonus of DMP, not for the rest of your life. But for platinum, DMP is included forever.
अच्छा, तो NLP के लिए DMP अलग सा नहीं है. NLP
DMP अलग सा नहीं है.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Most welcome. Yes, Swapna, most welcome. Congratulations to the family. Jatin, hey Jatin, you're here finally. All right, congratulations. Welcome to the family, buddy. I hope you've joined with some relief and yeah.
Okay, so I wanted to behave like a millennial, like you always say. I have blocked it, and I'm very sure within 1 week I'll get something, and it will happen. I didn't want to. I know I have. This time I had to let go of your coaching here, not to do it until I have the money. I know I'll get the money. Somebody also convinced you, right? You were sharing the story. So I was waiting. I want to just do this. I don't want to pay the increased fee.
ये सुधरेगा नहीं. We have been stopping you, so this time without coming on the camera, you made the payment, right?
Indu, I could feel you have been stopping me. Now you confirmed it.
No, but
see, I told you, you told me I'm the naughty one, right? So I'm your adopted child. You can't disown me like that.
Absolutely.
Okay, but we look forward to it, buddy. We look forward to it. We'll work together. Okay.
Jatin, welcome to Platinum family.
Welcome to Platinum family. Okay. Anybody else has a question? Just unmute, raise your hands, come on the video and just say your name. Hey, Sandesh, how are you doing, buddy? Awesome. Yes, Prasanna. Sri, what's your question?
Good evening, Mitesh sir.
Good evening, Boliye.
I have seen all of many of your YouTube things, and I was part of ALOA and NLP also, and these NLP things are really working to me. Many years, as you said, in relationships, I was really struggling a lot, but now I got how to, I mean to say, with NLP, I'm really coming out of it. Thank you, Indu ma'am. Thank you for everything you are given. And also, I'm looking forward to this platinum thing. But presently, cancel. I won't join, but surely I will definitely join one day.
Most welcome. Looking forward to it.
Yes, thank you. And I just want to become a member of this. Looking forward to it. And I just wanted to know, but in platinum membership, when would be the calls directly with us?
It's
If you join-
usually on Sundays.
Okay. So every Sunday we will have a call.
Yeah, we also now started Saturday for Plan 2 People, which is Saturdays 9 to 11, where we do digital coaching, which is how do people become coaches. We do that on Saturday.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
You're most welcome.
And take care, both of you, Indu.
Yes, thank you so much, Prasanna Sri. You take care too. All right. Anybody else has a question? We are now logging out in the next 3 minutes. Once we log out, remember everything. Yes.
Hello, Mitesh sir. Shakun this side.
Yes, Shakunji, boliye.
Sir, I just want to know that as I have made all the payments for the platinum part 1,
Yes.
you know, but if I really want to continue for the second one, so how much I have to pay now?
You whatever is your balance, connect with Indu. She will help you with that.
She paid 125, Mitesh.
Yeah.
So she has to pay another 124.
Correct. So you'll have to just connect with Indu for that personally. Don't worry about it.
Okay, Indu ma'am, please let me know about that.
हाँ,
how
मैं
much,
WhatsApp करती हूँ आपको.
Right. Thank you, ma'am.
Most welcome, Shakunji. So Shakunji is one of our senior most platinum members. Okay. Anybody else has a question, please? Did you have a question, Mohan? No. Okay. I thought you were trying to unmute. Perfect. So in that case, I think we are done for the day. Since we don't have any more questions, we're going to be leaving the webinar. Remember, anybody who's watching this live right now, whether you're watching it on YouTube or somewhere else, once we leave this webinar, whatever pricing I have told you in this webinar is a promise only for this webinar. Because of the value additions that we've done for Platinum right now, we're raising the Platinum fees very soon. All right. So thank you very much, everyone. Had a great time talking to all of you. If some of you are able to join Platinum a little later, that's absolutely fine. But the important part is keep that intention clear and it will manifest off it on its own. Make that very strong intention that you want to definitely upgrade your life skills so that you're able to take your life to the next level. Maintain 5-star standards in all 4 areas of life. Okay. Thank you very much, everyone. Let's unmute, say good night, and let's say bye.
Good night. Good night.
Good night, everyone. Take care.
Night.
See you
Thank
soon.
you, sir.
Good night,
Bye, Swapna.
Mitesh.
See you
Take care.
tomorrow. Yes, thank you, Swapna. See you tomorrow at 7 p.m. for the invitation.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye. Bye, Raj.
Bye.
Bye, Argaya. Honey Singh. Bye-bye.
Bye. Good night.
Bye, Shweta.
See you energetic both.
Bye-bye. Akhilesh. See you
In
soon.
15 minutes.
Sorry, you want to say something, Raj?
No, I said I'll see you in 15, 20 minutes.
Yes, we'll see you in DMP in 15 minutes. Done. See you there.
Welcome, Tricia.
Tricia. Hi, Tricia. Welcome to Platinum family. You just joined in. Now, I don't know where is Tricia from. The name seems international. Tricia, are you here? Oh, looks like she logged out. All right. Okay, super. Everyone, I'll see you in DMP in about 15 minutes. Thank you very much. Bye-bye. Good night. See you soon.
Mitesh, bye.
Bye, everyone.